This is a horror game podcast. It is meant for mature audiences. It may contain adult language, violence, and sexual themes, as well as shocking revelations. Viewer discretion is advised. Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome back to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I are playing the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Thom Raley. The scenario is Viral. It was written by Guillotte, and it's available from the Drive-Thru RPG. Stefan Amshey is our Keeper of Arcane Lore, and this is Episode 2. Our recap will be given by Riley Kruger as his character, Marco Proudfoot Maglione. So without any further delay, let's continue our journey into the darkness. Riley?
Thanks, Tom. What's up, Spectral Crewers? Thanks to our sponsors for those ads, and welcome back to part 2 of our epic Night of the Sickness livestream. In case you've missed it, here's what we've done so far. Before the stream, we headed out to Sicily, where we met up with our outfitter Nunzio in Perla. After a delicious dinner, we laid out the plan for the livestream. Present at the dinner was Peter, our videographer, Sean, our resident skeptic, Corinna, mystic extraordinaire, and Enoch, our all-rounder security expert, second camera, and pack mule. We're also very helpfully aided by our tech wizard all the way from London, England, Maya Adejuan. On the Noche de la Peste, from sundown on the 24th to sunup on the 25th, we'll be exploring the Isola del Malomente, an island literally of the sickness. Hidden away on the Italian coastline, the government doesn't want us to be here, but we snuck our way in anyway. The island played host to the St. Roche Monastery, which eventually became a hospital in the World War. Since abandoned, there must be some sort of demons in there. Pulling into Beggars Cove, we started erecting some internet repeaters on the island that let us start our live stream. At the lighthouse, Enoch looked like he saw a ghost, but I'm sure he's on that old herbal medicine again. The very first scary thing we found was this bridge. That's where we met you all. I bet there are some demons and all these dolls plastered everywhere. We'll have to make our own donation before the end of the show. After that, we hit up the lemon grove, where your super chats got us to bite into some of these giant, oozy, overgrown lemons. And when we did, this big puff of insects shot everywhere. It was epic. Moving along, we found a mass grave from the World War, and one of our GoPros fell into a body cremation pit. Bravely, I went down and collected it. We then found our way to a cemetery, where inside the crypt of one of these wonderful dead people, we did a little bit of a seance. It got a bit spooky in there. There was some loud banging. Corinna looked like she was possessed. And I think Enoch found some piece of paper inside this stone casket. It was super weird. But now we're at the hospital. St. Roche. I can't wait to find the demons in there. What's that in the window?
Excellent. Thank you, Riley. I want to take a moment before we go back to the scene where we left off and just get some thoughts from our characters about exactly what's going on in your heads right now. Let's start with Maya. What motivates you right now? What is Maya thinking?
Well, I'm still waiting for a single breath of thank you for finding such an excellent location for this next live stream. You know, I was the one who did the research on this, so part of me, I feel very pleased by how it's turning out. But, I would appreciate, some level of acknowledgement, that without me, they wouldn't have found such a great location. So really, I feel very proud and responsible for everything that's happening. So I'm feeling very pleased with myself right now.
Good. Yeah. And you sense that from the number of people subscribed to the live stream and from the amount of donations you've gotten in so far, you sense that you're kind of on the cusp of snowballing into something bigger. And if you could get your people to just stay in this live stream a little bit longer, maybe do something really thrilling, get the audience, captivated by what's going on, you think you could really turn this into something. So part of what's going through your head is how can I get my team out there to do something really interesting? And they've already done, the seance, which was supposed to be your big, climax. And it felt, it was a little early. It felt like it might have dudded a little bit. And there was that spooky occurrence with the table collapsing and you don't know what that was about. But you feel like if you could just get a few more hours, you could probably double, triple, quadruple the number of donations you have coming in so far through the super chats. Okay. How about Peter?
Oh, well, this is all going very nice, I think. We came to this island, not my choice, but I can't believe people fall for this stuff, but hey, we make money on it. I'm having a blast. I think that somebody else on the team is working with me without actually realizing it because they're pulling off some pretty good tricks. I've been pulling a few tricks of my own on Huan just to see if I can get her to scream and freak out. I'm trying to get Marco to take us next year to Catalonia. There's a castle, Castle de Santa Florina, I think, that might be a lot of fun. I just want to go to Spain, because I hear Spain's lovely. But whatever. Some cool tricks. I don't know why he bit into that lemon, and they looked like they had bugs.
Yeah, pretty gruesome.
But I'm sure I've got a few more tricks up my sleeve to get people to jump and give us some good, honest scares.
Okay. All right. How about Hyun?
Well, right now it feels there's a little bit of tension in the air, but mostly because of what he's facing right now. Right now he feels like he's on the precipice of maybe actually succeeding at something, but he's wondering, is this really worth what I did? Like, am I selling my soul to do this? Because I'm having to deal with like this jackass Marco, the rest of these other people over here who are just trying to get like a cheap scare out of everyone. But at the same point, I need this right here. I need it, but I don't want to do it the way they're doing it. But I'm trying to keep it as honest as I can while also giving a good show. But man, these guys wouldn't know integrity if it bit them in the ass.
Okay. Enoch.
I'm not on camera right now. Well, I've been doing this a while. It's been fun. It pays the bills. It pays the bills really well. But this one's different. There's something different about this one. I think we might have bit off more than we can chew. I don't want to say anything to the others yet. I ever since I was a kid, I've had this sight. I actually do see dead people. I'm like, these guys, they don't see shit. I mean, the whore of Babylon could be standing right next to Marco, and he wouldn't even know. I always talk about devils, but I think there's something I'm seeing. I see dead people, and I'm seeing them everywhere here, and I am terrified. I usually just to get this out of my head. I usually, like, if I drink a lot, and smoke a lot of pot, I know I can get out of my head, but I got to stop doing that because I think I got to know what's going on just to protect my teammates. I mean, I grew up in an Amish community where this level of technology, they wouldn't even know where to begin with the stuff we're using to film this stuff. And I went on my Rumspringa and I never came back, but the reality was they didn't even come looking for me or care because ever since I was little, they'd whisper behind my back, "Oh, he's touched by the devils and everything." And I'm actually seeing it now. I think I better lay off the booze for a while, and I don't think I'm going to toke up again. I need to look out for these people. They don't know what they're in. They're all phonies. Let's be honest. She can't see anything, and so I think we may have bit off more than we can chew this time.
Yeah. You find yourself thinking about the ghost, the particular. You see ghosts fairly regularly in your life. This does not disturb you anymore. You've gotten kind of used to it a little bit. It gives you an eye for things that Marco is interested in. So that helps. But as a rule in your life, the ghosts that you see do not see you. And so it occurred to you, because you keep running the situation back at the lighthouse over in your mind. Why was it that sailor made such an impression on you when you saw him standing at the cliff? And you realize it's because the sailor looked your way and almost seemed to see you. And that is something that has never happened before. And that has you really kind of distressed in a way. And let's go to Marco.
I'm winning an Emmy. I'm winning a Tony. I'm winning an Academy Award. I'm getting a Grammy for this. We are going big time. This is where it all starts. And the second that we actually get into that hospital, right down into that morgue, I reckon we can find some really cool stuff. And that's what's going to make us hit the big time. We're getting a TV show out of this, and we're going to make some real money.
Right on. Okay. All right. I'm going to take us back to the exterior of the St. Roches Hospital where we left off. Now you're standing in front of the hospital, a little ways off. On the right, far down on the east wing, at the end, you can catch a glimpse of some of the dark, rough stone. What must be the ruins of the old monastery that the hospital was built on top of or next to. Directly ahead of you, of course, is the hospital itself, which looms ahead of you in the moonlight. The once grand facade is now just a crumbling ruin of blackened bricks and broken glass. The windows gape like shattered eyes, and you see some glass shards hanging down like jagged teeth. Above the arched entryway, there's a weather-worn inscription that reads, St. Roche's Institution for the Mentally Afflicted. It's barely legible beneath decades of soot and rot. A single light fixture dangles overhead. It's long dead, of course, but it's swaying gently as if it was disturbed by some unseen hands. And the air around is heavy with mildew and something even more foul. Something that is kind of sour and metallic at the same time. It seems to seep out of every crack. And there's an unnatural, unsettling stillness. It feels like the whole place is just waiting.
Hell yeah. Do we have a floor plan of this place?
You have a general sense from looking at maps. You know that the west wing is where like the terminal ward and the morgue is, and that sounds pretty spooky. And the east wing, there's a dormitory at the end with a small chapel, and it somehow like shares a wall with the ruins of the old monastery on that end. So there might be some interesting stuff down that way as well.
Yeah.
Marco, when was the last time this place was used? How long ago?
World War One, it was used as a hospital.
Wow.
It's-
I mean,
Several decades ago.
I'm starting to think that we got to be careful, though. The floors might not be so cool on those upper levels. I assume we're going to go up there.
Oh,
Yeah, we need
absolutely.
to be careful going in, it looks like.
think the floors are going to be the least of our problems in there.
I guess
What-
windows
what-
could be an issue as well, or broken glass, or maybe any things that are living in there.
Well, I don't know. There's
probably
no.
some sort of like if there are lemons kicking around, there's probably pest animals like rats and stuff kicking in here. But I propose we start going to the East Wing where it's all the dormitories and the monastery, do all the history shit, and then we go down back.
As you
across
guys
to
are
the West
discussing it, there's a sort of muffled but also very clear scream that comes from a nearby building.
Wing. Yo, what?
There's somebody here. There's somebody in here.
Did that get picked up? Did we get that on the microphones?
No,
Oh, yeah.
that's a real person.
Wait,
There's somebody
Is that-
here on the island with us.
Hell yeah, let's go find them.
wait,
Could be
was that
teenagers.
real or was that? Can he tell? Like, can one? Okay.
It came from a building
Oh.
set to the side of the hospital. It looks like a house of some sort, like maybe a small administrator's home or something like that.
There's somebody in that house over there. Let's go there first and see. There's somebody. If they're screaming, they're in distress.
Oh, we're gone.
Maybe they're just.
I imagine we all have
fucking with us.
flashlights as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like I'm just like casting a light over there. I'm just looking for anything that's moving over there.
You
Is
can hear
anybody
some
there?
sobbing. You can hear sobbing coming from inside the door.
Is anybody in there?
Enoch's just going to run over because it's a person. When he hears the start crying, he's going to run over.
Yeah, just inside the door, there's a young woman standing there with her hand, over her mouth, and she's crying. And interestingly, she doesn't seem at all surprised to see you.
Are you okay, miss? Do you speak English?
She points at the corner of the room, and you see sitting there in the corner something that looks like a decaying corpse.
Oh my
Just
God!
lying there. It's covered with this weird black mold that is spreading all over the corpse and onto the wall. It looks like it's eaten out the eyes and the nose.
Oh my God,
And
guys!
Man,
Guys,
who
Go
are
near
you?
it.
there's a body in here.
It looks like some sort of mold.
Guys, this is a crime scene now. This isn't a.
No, I'm going up to her and I've got like my light in my hand. It's I might not seem the nicest. Who are you? What the hell is this?
Maya, I want you to make an intelligence check real quick because she looks very familiar to you for some reason.
$47, and my int is a 70. Okay, I pass.
When she says her name, she says Emily, and it takes you a second to key in on it, and then you're like, wait a minute. Her name is M. Levine. She's with a ghost hunting group called the Phantom Posse. They're like rivals of you guys.
Oh my God, you're not gonna fucking believe this, Marco.
Hit me, Maya. What's up?
She's one of our competitors. She's
Oh,
with
you're
those
fucking joking.
those ghost hunting motherfuckers.
Wait, do we all hear
Motherfucker,
this?
Are you serious? Fuck.
Yeah, you guys are all on the radio, so you can hear the chatter.
What are the chances
Guys,
of them
this
being
is-
here the
oh.
same night we are?
I don't know.
Emily,
This
some
is
bullshit.
bullshit right here.
Someone's
Emily,
fucking
Are you here?
Maya. Is there any chance
Yeah.
that our database has been hacked? Because there's no fucking way
What?
that we've both decided to go do this at the same time. Like that's
I
just
don't-
ridiculous.
I don't
Emily,
don't
are
know.
you
By
here
our
with
fucking
other
style.
people? Are you here with the rest of your team, or are you alone?
He's like,
Who
okay,
is that on the
okay.
floor?
All right. We were going to scoop. I don't know who that is. We were going to scoop you guys, okay? We found out you guys found a cool place, and we were going to get here early, and we were going to go through it ourselves, and then we were going to record you guys, freaking out. It was going to be fun. We were going to like debunk your whole show, and then shit went wrong. I lost
Are you
Lance.
fucking with us now, or
What?
is this, where's the rest
Why
of
are
your
you-
crew?
I lost track of Lance. We went out to the overlook point together, and we got spotted.
I'm gonna turn to the others of it.
What do you mean
What
you
do you
got
mean you got
spotted?
like like the Italian Coast Guard or something. I don't know. It was like a searchlight on a boat, and anyway, we just ran, and I lost track of him, and I haven't seen him since.
How long ago was that? Because if the Coast Guard saw you, they would have landed on the island.
They might
I don't
have.
know,
They
like-
might be looking for anyone, including us.
Shit.
Oh God, you better not have brought the laws. You better not have brought the police here to like. We went through hell and high water to be able to come here legally.
All of a sudden, that corpse in the corner starts going. and
Jesus Christ, it's alive.
Fucking
arm
Lance.
lifts up. Prego, Jimmy, prego.
Says, please.
There you go.
I'm going over
Prego
to
is
it.
please.
What you did to me?
Like I'm going down to it to see if it like just.
He's
to get
holding out
closer
his
to
hand towards you, like as
Don't
if
let
he
that
wants,
shit get on
like-
you.
Marco, aren't you Italian? What is he saying?
He's saying
Prego.
pasta sauce.
No, he's saying, "Please kill me."
saying, please
This-
kill him.
This
Oh,
is
shit.
all bull anyway.
Yeah, and as you're watching, you hear a sudden crack,
This
and
is
his
a-
arm
okay, this
literally
is sick.
falls off the body.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
shit.
I need you guys to start
Guys,
making
this is a
stand
sick
checks.
joke. This is
This is-
stupid. This is not real. Who is
This
like
is-
Marco? Are you really doing?
Is this
You people
Phantom
fucking
Posse
ruin
doing
everything.
this?
I'm talking to Emily now. Like,
Oh.
you people ruin fucking everything. You can't leave,
Yeah.
like, well enough alone. Like, seriously.
Dude, they're
looks-
fucking with us.
M looks genuinely
If
terrified.
these are special
I
effects,
failed my
they wouldn't have
sanity
had time to put something like this together. They couldn't possibly have known.
They're all
They could've
Hollywood. They
gotten
don't do
here
anything real
yesterday.
anyway.
I passed my sanity, and whatever the fuck is happening is great for our ratings right now.
Okay, if you pass your sanity, you lose 1. If you fail, you lose 2.
Okay, so I just lost one.
Okay, I pass. I lose 1.
Yeah, I passed. Okay, guys, this is bullshit. I don't know what the hell is this. Is not. I'm going over to like the thing that looks like it just fell over, and at this point, I'm actually kind of going to lean it up, kind of very roughly, to look behind it. Like I'm looking for wires, animatronics, and shit. I don't care. I'm moving
Yeah.
it.
You don't see any wires or animatronics. It looks really disturbingly real for a.
And I'm
for a
just
fake
looking at
body.
it, and I just.
They don't have
I'm
that
not
kind
being
of
kind
budget.
with it. This is not a real person. I like flop it over on its other side and everything, and like I'm checking. it.
Okay, yeah. There's like a 6 splat as Q or as Hyun like kicks it over.
Fuck.
Guys, this is a sick
Yeah.
fucking joke, and I'm actually getting kind of mad. I just kick it.
God.
Can you just slap its head in then if it's a fake? Like, it just keeps carrying on. Emma, you fuckers ruin everything. Give me your phone. Give me your phone right now.
Emma suddenly keels over and just throws up and like reels out of the house through the doorway.
Fuck's sake. Alright, I'm gonna take off after Emma.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I'm going to
We
give
don't
a
have to go
closer
far.
look to it and decide
Yeah.
whether I really think it's real or not.
Yeah, because it would have to have some kind of speaker in its mouth or something, like making those sounds. Yeah, let's look. Yeah, Peter, help me with this. Yeah, let's do it.
It breathes out a sort of a
Teeth and eyes.
black cloud of gas come out of its.
Jesus Christ. What if this is some disease that this guy's got?
It's not real.
I think it's real.
I
Look,
mean, look at it.
look, it's got teeth.
Hey, move the move the camera closer.
It's got fucking eyelashes.
Zoom in nice and good.
This stuff is
Oh,
this is skin.
Do any of us have like a bottle of water on us?
Of course.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, I just
Yeah.
want to empty like a bottle of water on its head, and like I'm trying to wash like whatever animatronic makeup or junk that's on it, and like I'm actually even gonna touch its face. Like I'm just doing this.
Hyun, don't touch it. It could be disease. This is a
Sorry,
real
I already
person.
did.
Oh,
Okay.
what the fuck?
I might have missed that, what you said you were going to do, Hyun, because I was just triggering
Like I
the
said,
chat
I'm just gonna
messages
empty
there.
water on its face, and like it's obviously got like makeup and dirt and
Yeah.
stuff on it, and like I'm just like emptying water and just washing it off, and like I'm not being gentle about it. Like I am just trying to see
Yeah.
if it's
Like half the face just slides off and you see like raw bone underneath. And I need you to make another sand check. Hyun.
Oh,
Is it wearing clothes?
oh,
Yes.
that's a fail.
that was a pass.
Okay.
It's a
All right.
24 to 50. It's like
you take
yeah,
another one. Yeah.
As gross as it is, Juan pushed it over. So is there a bulge in the pocket, in the pants pocket where a wallet would be?
As a matter of fact, there is.
I'm going to pull out the wallet and see what it
Okay. It's not a wallet. It's some kind of case, like a small case.
is. The hell is this?
Peter, you have a suspicion you know exactly what it is. It's a rig, if you catch my meaning. It's a heroin user's rig.
Oh, yeah. You can't talk to me in those kind of terms because I don't have any idea what that is. But okay, I know what it is. Okay. This guy's been on heroin.
In fact, when you look at the body, you can see on the arm that didn't fall off, there's a rusty syringe still stuck in it.
Oh shit! Oh,
This
God.
isn't fake. This isn't fake.
It's not
This
fake.
is some shit. This is some weird fucking shit.
This is.
What the
They must have
fuck?
found like some guy who was living here or something that freaked her out. Emily
We're going to
out.
get in so much trouble if they
These guys just
find us
fucking
here.
killed someone.
He's not.
I
He was dead already. I mean,
Uh,
Killed him, and they like or like
is there any identification though at all anywhere?
He has no formal ID on him, no.
okay, guys, we need to like call the
Dressed
Coast
like a
Guard or
junkie, too.
yeah, this is a crime scene now. This is not. Yeah.
Marco,
Oh, shit.
it occurs to you that he's not actually dead. So, you know.
Yeah, but he's
It's not a
diseased or
problem.
he's covered with some sort of disease.
He needs help.
But
I'm
we
washing
can't help
my
him. We're not
hands.
medical.
Yeah, but we can get him help. We don't have
Well,
to help him.
we're going to have to Maya. Maybe Maya
What?
can.
What do you want me to do?
I don't know. Can you contact the authorities or something?
He's gonna be fine. Just keep on with the fucking stream, okay?
Jesus
We didn't
Christ.
come this way to just what? Give it up? Come on, guys. Let's be professionals here. He's fine.
His arm fell off. His
Guys,
half
do you
his
think there's
face just fell off?
Do you think maybe like some of this is like not animatronic, but like fake shit on like a bum they left out here or something? Maybe they're
Yes,
paying.
I like this. This is all part. Chat is eating this shit up, guys. Like, let's just keep this going. We can help him later.
Right.
He's fine. He's fine.
Do you remember what happened to that other YouTuber who went to the suicide area and didn't tell anybody? And
Paul.
yeah, we don't want to get in serious trouble.
Well, that would only be the case if this were real, and this right here is obviously not fucking real. And I give it a kick again.
Oh, yeah.
Christ.
There's
What?
sort of a
No.
sick thud.
The fuck? Do you do this to homeless people in the city? What the hell? The guy's
Well, if
suffering.
they're over here playing a stupid ass trick on us in the middle
They're
of
not.
nowhere,
This is a real person.
agree
Emily,
that
I've
it's-
seen their show. She is not that good of an actress of any kind.
I'm just
I'm
like,
gonna pull
fuck this,
out-
and I walk out of the house.
I'm going to pull out my pocket knife and I'm going to poke the guy, not like wound, but poke the guy in the foot. Does he have shoes on? Wait.
No. He's barefoot.
Okay. I'm going to poke him in the foot and see if he jumps.
He does not. He does not react at all when the knife
Well, then
goes
maybe he is a fake. I don't know.
He's dead.
I don't know.
I'm kind of looking around the room without them noticing, see if I see like spirit of someone there. His spirit, somebody's spirit.
No, nothing else in the room.
And I think
Get the
I'm thinking to myself, I would know if he was dead. Just
Get the fuck out of here.
something's not right with this. It's
Yeah,
more
go find where Marco went and keep the show on the road.
than
Marco.
we got to find Emily and the rest of those idiots from the other team. What the hell was their show's name again? I can't remember. It was
Phantom Pussy or something like that.
Phantom
Posse.
Phantom douches or whatever. Ah, Jesus Christ! Why?
Let's get out there, see where M.
So you guys are going to leave the house?
I think so.
Yeah.
On the way out of this building, I'm gonna take all the marijuana and pills that I have that I shouldn't have, and kind of throw them in a corner because I'm pretty sure that the Italians don't have the same liberal laws we do in New York for pot and stuff. So I don't want to get caught because I have a feeling that. Also, I don't want to do it anymore anyway because I want to be alert just to see what's
Okay.
going on.
All right. So you toss your little bag of drugs in the corner,
I'm keeping
And and you step outside the house. As soon as you step outside, you see the most real ghost you have ever seen before. But it's not a human.
It's
It's
a
this
cow.
cow standing out in the middle of the field. But it raises its head as if it sees you, and its ears perk up, and it looks right at you. And it just
What the fuck?
stands there in that placid way that cows have and stares at you.
He's the only one who sees it, though, right?
He's the only one that sees it.
Oh shit!
But the rest of you guys see Enoch just suddenly freeze at the door.
Oh my god!
And I'm just outside. Like, this is fucking bullshit. I don't know where the rest of them are, but that they could have fucking killed us. That's probably what the entire thing of, like, when we were in that little hole in the ground right there. They probably are the ones who caused it. They almost killed us.
Well, you're accusing them of murder, but
It's not real. That guy in there's getting paid.
I poked him in the foot with my knife, and he didn't react at all.
Guys,
I guess
this,
money will make you do any damn thing. I mean, did you
It
see the
can't make you
effects they
not
had on him?
react.
guys, this isn't like the other times. There's something weird going on here. There really is something weird going on here.
Yeah,
So
there are a
you-
couple of assholes around here setting all of this up. We're getting
No,
punked.
it's more than that. It's more than that. You're looking at like a man who's like 6'6", hugely built, farm boy. He's with a beard. He's freaking out like a schoolgirl.
Enoch, I don't care about your stupid fucking religious trauma from your upbringing. This is bullshit right here, what's going on. It's not real.
Okay.
And like he's
trying to-
visibly
I'm-
getting aggravated and just he looks like he's on like the precipice of maybe throwing a fucking pissy fit.
Yeah.
Is chat eating this up? Is chat just
Oh yeah. Yeah.
oh my god, this is
The drama drives the
keep it
chat
up,
for
keep it up,
sure.
boys. This is gold.
Where the
Yeah.
fuck is Marco? Marco! And somebody says,
Yeah,
Paul,
Marco.
I swear I'm
Marco's
gonna punch
outside
you in
with
the face.
M, and M just only made it a few feet outside the door and kind of fell down to her knees, and she's recovering a little bit.
Yeah. I'm gonna run up to her and be like, M, fucking relax. What the fuck is going on? Like, that fucking Coast Guard shit, that guy in there, like, you dressed up with some makeup, it's some bullshit, right? Fucking trying to fuck around with that stuff is not cool.
What?
I know that.
No. No, I need to find Lance. I want to get out of here.
Where the fuck would Lance be, huh? Like, you went up to the fucking lookout and you got spotlighted, right?
I don't know.
How
I don't
far
know.
can he be? Like, maybe he went into the hospital to fucking calm down. Did you go into the hospital?
Maybe, probably. I don't.
What the fuck do you mean
Can I-
probably? You
Can I just
fuckers
stay
have
with you guys?
cameras.
Can I please just stay with you guys?
Yeah, but did you go into the fucking hospital already?
Jesus.
No, I didn't. But I don't know where he is. Lance might have. Well, that's where we're headed.
Emily, how long have you guys been here before us? We've been here maybe an hour or so.
I don't know. Like yesterday.
yes.
Wait,
Did you
we
camp
all-
here, or what? Did you stay overnight? Where did you guys stay?
No, we set up. Look, okay, we set up the radio. All right, in the lighthouse. Okay, It was just a battery-powered transmitter. It's easy. We wanted to freak you guys out, but you didn't freak out, okay? And then I don't know what happened. The rest of the stuff happened. I saw Lance disappeared, and
How many of there were you? The whole team?
just the
How
two
many?
of us. No,
the
just
two
me
of
and
you two.
Lance.
Okay.
How'd you guys pull that whole falling down shit? Like you almost collapsed an entire cavern on us. Why were you trying to kill us?
What are you talking about?
When we were over there conducting that
cavern, the
bullshit
cemetery.
seance.
We didn't do anything like that.
The hell you didn't.
All right. Maybe it was just. I mean, this place is freaking hundreds of years old. Maybe it just.
How convenient.
I'm going to put my arm around Marco's shoulder and pull him away a little bit. And I say, Marco, this could look really good because I think they came here and they're setting shit up to try to scare the fuck out of us, which is cool. But I think also that we rescue them. This will shoot our ratings completely through the roof. We had to rescue the poor old phantom posse from the island. See what I'm getting at?
Yeah. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Peter. This is a fucking great idea.
She
Emma,
wants to come along with us, and that's okay because she knows where the setup is.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll pretend to be
Emily.
scared and shit.
Emma, whatever the fuck your name is, you can come with us. Why not? We'll find your little boyfriend and we'll get you out of here, hey?
We'll protect you from the ghosts.
Doesn't look
Like the
happy,
rest of
but
our friends.
she nods. Yeah.
I don't know how they pulled that off in there, but that was.
Great. It must have been some like charges or something.
Hey Maya, can you pull up anything on like their crew or whatever? How many there are? How many we should be on the lookout for? I'm just curious. Are we looking like maybe a crew of 10 or something, or like 3, just so we have an idea what the hell they're going to be dropping on us?
Yeah, if I pull up their account, what's their numbers?
The two of them are the core members, but there are a few others who sometimes join them.
Yeah, I
They're
think it's just
hiding
the
around.
two of them. Unless they brought others with them.
How did
They
film
did.
it?
They're hiding around the place.
They must have a crew that's behind the counters or something.
Did you see
They
the
wouldn't
visual
do
effects
this
they have on
without
that thing?
getting shots of us seeing this shit, right? So there's got to be more. There's got to be more than just the two of them.
They're going to try to scare us, and that's cool. Let them do it because it's good. Pretend like it's real.
So we're probably looking at what, like a crew of like 5, 7, 8 people, something like that, to be able to come up with like some kind of like animatronic stuff like that to go over there and start doing like a breakdown of like a cavern or something like that.
Okay, this isn't Disney
even like a
World, and
guerrilla
they don't.
shooting.
Yeah, I know they've got a.
They don't have that
channel.
kind of money.
They don't have that kind of money. It's not Disney World. That is a real person in there. You need to accept that. There is a homeless person in there that is addicted to drugs, who has probably just rotting away. And I don't know how.
There's not a homeless person in there. Like, come on now. Like,
Bullshit.
You guys, what the fuck?
Look, I'll admit I left a little early, but like he's covered in some shitty little makeup. Like fucking whatever.
He's on heroin, so
Oh,
He's
that
just
makes it even
picking up.
better.
Oh, that would explain how they can afford to have them here. That'd be dirt cheap. Just go over here, offer them up a fix, get a couple of junkies out. Oh, God, now we're over here dealing with junkies here in the middle of the night. They probably just hired like a whole bunch of them. They're all going to be going around high as a kite, trying to scare the shit out of us, maybe try to kill us.
we saw that guy in the window, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You saw.
They're setting us up.
Plague doctor.
Well, let's
Yeah,
let them set us up. The sooner we get through this, the sooner we can take a rest and get something to eat.
You know what? I can go for some ghost busting. This will be fun. Yeah, let's do that. Let's turn their whole show into a shit show. Let's go over here. Let's bring it down.
What did we bring?
No one's going to go over here and make fun of us like that and put us on the bad end of a joke.
We brought
No.
crackers, cookies, candy bars. We've got some granola bars, Cheez-Its. You want some Cheez-Its?
I'd like some Cheez-Its right now.
Maya, because you're monitoring the chat, you do notice that a few chats, go by that reference seeing something that resembles a plague mask in the window of the hospital. which is kind of weird and coincidental. There's a lot of chatter that goes through on these feeds, but nobody has ever actually mentioned the plague doctor mask until now. So it's kind of odd that some people in the feed might have actually seen something like that. But people
Hey,
see all kinds of stuff.
yeah, as long as they're keeping it engaged, as long as chat's engaged, I mean, this whole drama with the other YouTubers, like they're eating this shit up. Like this is, hey Marco, we've got a big buzz going here. We need to keep this moving before we lose them, okay?
Let's
Yeah,
let's
hell
get
yeah.
going.
All right, crew. That posse think they can set us up with some fake scares. Let's go find some real demons in this hospital. And I'm gonna take off towards the hospital, just like march along.
Watch the stairs going up to the entrance. It looks like they're pretty broken up. You don't want to trip.
I kind of
You guys
Absolutely.
going in?
yeah. I'm kind of like gonna whisper, or not really whisper, but directly to Ayan, just where are their cameras and stuff? You'd think that they would have cameras or something if they're trying to fuck with us. Where are they?
You've got to have something over here. You can set up a GoPro in the middle. Like, I don't want to comb every inch of everything. They've got to have something set up. And to be honest, they probably don't even have to have anything that good. You can zoom in from a few hundred yards away with like a really shitty camera, not even all that bad. And then all they have to do is just get the bare outline of it and get something on. That chick that's with us, she's probably got a camera or a mic on her right now, in all honesty. You don't have to have much. I mean, you could set up like a cheap game camera just somewhere else to make it look like it's something good that's like maybe a good $100 or so and just looks like for like heat signatures or something like that. And all they have to do is follow us and come up with like some kind of bullshit story. Like you don't need a lot to cobble together. Not really.
You know everything, right?
You know what you want?
You got an answer for everything.
They've already infiltrated into our video. So
Yeah, they have 24 hours of head start. We have to assume that everything that's here now is fucking tainted. So they've ruined it, but we're gonna ruin it back. We're gonna.
I think we can make a good show out of this. I think we can. Let's go over
I
here
think
and
we
let's
should do
expose
something
them.
about that guy that's in there. Whatever. Let's get this done with so we can get out of here. And
Let's expose these spectral, phantom losers for the fakers that they are. 'Cause we're the
I'm not.
fucking spectral crew.
You know what,
We do
Marco?
real
I'm behind you. Yeah, hell yeah. Let's make a show out of it. The hell with
yeah.
them.
Guys, and I'll point back at that house. If a crime's been done here, we can blame them.
Exactly.
We thought it was all a gag. So,
I mean, if anything, this is a trap and a setup for what
Yeah,
they've set up with
wipe-
us.
wipe our
This is all
hands of any
premeditated
guilt.
on their part. This is all premeditated on their part.
yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, because they were here first.
Exactly.
All
And we came here just for a show. If
see
anything,
what-
we were the
we want to
victims
see
in
what
this.
they've
We
set
should
up in
sue
the
them.
hospitals.
All right.
I mean, we'll probably all end up in jail because we're not supposed to be here. But
Are you ready to go in?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
This is getting exciting.
Yeah. Marco, the door is dusty, but you force it open. Inside, the air is thick, stench of mildew and decay. There's chunks of plaster hanging from the ceiling, exposing wooden lathes beneath. The floors are covered with like mold or fungus or something. It looks like it's sprouting from the cracks and in the black and white tiles. As you step forward, you can feel the ground crunching underneath your feet. There's all this glass and debris. And you can hear something squeak and skitter behind a wall. It sounds like a rodent of some sort. There's big patches of mold, like mottled bruises over every surface, all the walls and things. Almost like the building was being digested from inside. You could see corridors leading off to the east and west wings.
does the mold and stuff on it? eating away at the wall. Does it look like what was on that person that we saw in the side house?
It's
Does it
hard
look,
to say. I mean, it's just black. It's just who knows
and it
what
was
it
black
is.
on that, like a
It's
black
all over
line.
everything.
Yeah.
It's,
It's over that guy.
Yeah, it
How
was all
would-
over that guy. Yeah.
We've got a mask up. There's no way we can do this safely without masks on.
Enoch.
It's not complete darkness, is it? Or is there like a power reserve of like lights that are coming through here? Is it just pitch dark?
You can see some moonlight coming through broken windows and the door that you opened, but it is fairly dark inside. So you need lights, or you need to turn them all off and use IR. But,
Would it be too much to assume that we each have like very cheap like headlamp flashlights that are mounted, especially the camera guys? I would assume.
We've some
Not at
torches
all.
and glow sticks.
in fact,
okay.
you have exactly that.
Okay.
We also probably have
I
night
light
vision,
up.
don't we? If we need it.
Yes.
In fact, yes, if you look at your character sheets, there are IR cameras and things like that detailed. So,
yeah, handheld night vision camera. I have.
and Enoch, as everybody's sort of readjusting to the darkness, you get that shaking sense in your tremor in your hand again.
Mhm.
And as you look down the west corridor, you see a ghostly outline coming towards you. It
Soldier?
begins to resolve. It does look like a soldier just walking slowly down the corridor in your direction, the direction of everybody. Marco's just standing there, like getting his gear ready, and the soldier is walking up towards him behind him. Marco has no idea.
I'm gonna step in front of the soldier and just put my hand up. No, stop. Who are
He
you?
walks right through you.
Enoch, who are
and
you
then
talking
right
to?
through Marco, and Marco, you start getting an alert.
Oh shit! Ghost activity.
Yeah, it's your EM
My
monitor.
EMF. Yeah.
Yeah, your EMF. It's your there's some kind of electromagnetic, and then it stops. And Enoch,
Did you-
you know that right when that ghost walked through him, his EM meter went off, and then you see the
got
ghost
you-
continues walking down the east corridor.
We got
my
ghosts.
EMF reader just went off. Some ghost activity in here.
Okay, they're already obviously dicking with us. Do you really want to go that headlong into it to believe it?
I don't.
Come on.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't
Not
know.
this time.
I don't know how they could set off his EM meter.
There's no way.
I mean, some kind of magnetic field I'm sure you can get like an electronic magnet, like something that's a pulsator or something like that. If they've had plenty of time to go over here and get ready to come to a whole new country just to mess with us, I'm sure they could have come up with something.
Okay, Juan, we're recording all of this. You can't keep interrupting with your skepticism because it wrecks the mood. We know it's fake, but pretend
Yeah,
like
but
it's
we're not here to sell it for us. We're over here to show how shit their setup is, how everything is. Like, at this point, no, we are here to bring them down at this point. Like, why not?
We're not ghost hunters. We're ghosts. Because people watching want to see ghosts.
Well, it's going to be a lot easier to see a live person than it is a ghost and looking at a meter.
Whatever. Just my advice.
What do you think? I want to know your opinion on this.
My opinion.
Corinna,
Oh, Karina.
our mystic.
Well, it feels very connected to the earth. Yeah. I think Mother Nature is reaching out to us in some way and trying to tell us that this place needs healing. And she takes out a selenite crystal wand and she starts waving it around. And she's like, looks to the west and she's like, I think it's coming from that direction.
The west, yeah. We've got to go east first. Look at the old monastery. We'll go see what they have to say, and then we'll come back. Go to the west. we'll go from there. I think they're probably staying in the old barracks, which is where the east is. So I think we'll find the phantom losers off that way. Be like, oh, naughty, and then we'll go to the west and check it out.
Okay.
Cool.
It's a long corridor fading off into the darkness ahead of you as you proceed into it. There's windows along the sides that would allow some natural light if it was daytime, but right now they just remind you of how dark it is. The hall connects the admission ward to the infectious ward, apparently. And as you go room to room, you can see that the equipment is left in place, almost as if it was just abandoned yesterday. It's all covered with dust, though, and that black mold that's ubiquitous everywhere. You come to the isolation ward, which is a series of 7 private rooms along the northern wall and 14 beds along the southern wall. They all have doors with bolts and little windows that make them look almost more like a prison room than a hospital room. There's a patient lift in the northwestern corner that has an empty gurney jammed sideways in the door. There's also a doorway in the middle of the north wall leading to a patient bathroom. You can see sinks, toilets, steel bathtub that looks like it's overflowing with something black and disgusting.
Ew.
The water apparently doesn't work here, and you're not sure you'd want to use any of the facilities anyway, so they're all covered with this weird, unidentifiable filth. There's a row of tall windows along the south wall looking out over the southern part of the island and the Mediterranean.
Does it look like all of this has pretty much been untouched for a while? Are there like visible like footprints and like the dust I imagine that there are around here? Is there anything? I'm keeping an eye out for anything that looks like someone might have been through here. I'm kind of a little paranoid at this point. I'm looking for everything.
Why don't you make a spot hidden check for me?
Okay. It's gonna be a failure. It's a 92.
Yeah. There's a lot of dust and debris and all kinds of stuff. It would be hard to track anything in this.
Okay.
Let's flick to heat signatures and have a look around these ajar doors, see if we can find some either some dickhead Lance or some more demon activity.
Okay.
So we just slowly push open the ajar door and just sort of sweep the heat signature camera around.
Okay. Yeah, you arrive at the dormitory. Looks like 8 private rooms and a common area with a bunch of tables and chairs in the middle. There's tall windows looking out over the grounds. Unlike other parts of the hospital, these rooms actually show significant signs of damage from what looks like something like a really bad event. You can see holes that look like they might be from gunfire, and one rather large hole in the wall that like it might even be from an explosive of some sort. The floor is littered with shell casings, and sections of the wall are charred and blackened as if they were exposed to intense heat at one point.
Think your grenade went off in here?
Anyone want to make an idea roll? If you can make a hard success on an idea roll.
04. That is a hard success. Extreme.
Enoch, yeah, your foot taps against something that you recognize as a tear gas canister.
Oh shit, guys! This is tear. Something went on here. They did something here. Something happened here. They had a tear gas on. They opened fire on somebody.
Is it an old-fashioned tear gas canister from World War One?
Yeah, it looks really old.
World War One or World War Two?
World War One.
One.
Even then, we're talking almost 100 years ago at this point, guys. Like, yeah, there's probably going to be leftover something from that. They weren't exactly like nice to everybody that was here.
Yeah,
Wait a
but
minute.
what if there was some sort of
when
revolt
did-
of the inmates?
When
A
did
riot,
this?
yeah.
the sick
When
ones,
did
and they
this
had to
facility
control
close again? When did it
It's
close
like
again?
58, 52, something like that.
Well, wouldn't they have cleaned it up something like this before then? If this
Oh,
was
that's a
like
good
Not
point.
if they just abandoned it.
in 58, but if they were using the facility still in 58, like something from like World War One, they would have.
Look,
This
it
is
could
just
still
getting
be that
weirder and weirder.
a teenager or something that was here found it and then set it off because he wanted to see what it would do.
And all the bullet holes and everything. Did he have a machine gun with
Well,
him?
those could be even older. Who knows?
I don't know.
If there was a fire, maybe it set off some casings. But like, do these bullets look like they've been spread, like they've been shot at something, or are they just sort of random all over the shop?
That would be hard to say. I mean, there are bullet holes all over the place. There was a
Yeah, there's
firefight
probably
in
some
here.
fire, some dickhead kids chuck some ammo on top of it, and it's gone all over the shop.
But the bullets are all kind of in the range of you'd be
It
shooting
looks like
this,
somebody
not-
opened some machine gun fire in here or something.
Hyun,
or something else.
you happen to glance back down the hallway towards the lobby where you came in, and you see a dark figure standing there that looks an awful lot like someone wearing a plague mask. And then you think you see it step further into the darkness, and then you don't see it anymore at all.
Hey, guys. No,
But
I think I found the rest of their. Hey, come on! And I
Run,
just
let's-
start
let-
like walking
yeah, let's
that
follow
way.
him. I want to see if this is one of those group.
And I'm kind of like jogging, and I'm yelling,
Give it
"Hey,
up, Lance."
dickhead!"
Come on, watch your feet.
Okay.
I'm gonna, if I can get close, I want to try to tackle him because I'm a big guy.
Trip wires.
Enoch, you don't see the person. It's just Hyun. But Hyun, yeah, you do notice Hyun suddenly takes off running back down the hallway the way he came with his camera like aimed that way.
Okay, I'm gonna follow John just in case. I'm gonna go after him.
Okay.
What are you seeing?
There's a guy over here in a cape and a mask.
Where?
Ha!
Batman?
He's back this way. Like, look, and I'm running back. He's got to be around the corner. Come on, you
Did
can't
you
get that
film
far.
it? I'm gonna just keep following. See if we can
I'll
find
tap
him.
Emma and be like, "This is the sort of like fucking party city shit you guys are doing. Come on, like seriously, we're a proper ghost and demon inspection show, and you're just pulling this shit out. No wonder you fucking went mainstream. It's crazy."
And Emma's just like, what?
Marco, I've been fucking with Juan, but I think he's gonna piss his pants.
Mm.
I didn't do anything now. I think he's just freaked out. Which is right where he should be.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Em. If you get Juan to actually piss himself, I might not press charges on you guys.
She just shakes her head. You guys are assholes.
We're all assholes. That's the business that we're in.
That's the game, baby.
She's
All
like,
right,
I'm
let's
never
take
going to
off after
another
Juan.
ghost hunt.
Yeah, as Vespasian said, money doesn't smell.
You reach the lobby again, and there is no sign of the figure that you saw earlier.
I'm just looking left and right. How big is the lobby again?
Not
Juan,
very
what did,
big.
what
actually.
did you see? What did it look like? What
It was a
it?
guy
Was
in
it
like a. It was a guy in a cape and a mask. It had a beak on it. He looked like,
like
he
a
was trying to do
plague
a
doctor?
plague doctor. Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
have your camera rolling? Because we can roll it back and see if we can see it. See if it's on the camera. If you were filming it.
I honestly don't know if I had it rolling or not. How
Well,
would that be like
check.
a luck thing or
Ooh.
I mean, because I am walking around with like lights and like my my iPad. Is there? Did I film it by chance? Can I go back and look?
You could go back and look, but do you want to take the time to do that right now? Is the question.
No, No, I saw something. It's back over here. There's someone over here. He can't really have gotten that far. Come on. You could check over here in that backside. I'll check over here.
All right.
They can't get that far. And I just start walking off into one side that's the opposite from wherever Enoch is walking, just looking for anything that's moving.
Okay. Yeah, you're looking down towards the west wing, and you can see signs of the isolation ward, infectious ward, terminal ward.
Just walking. Nothing seems to be jumping out at me, I guess. I'm gonna try not to get too terribly far away from him. I want to be able to hear like his footsteps or hear him yelling in the back. But
but Hyun begins to walk west down that corridor, and Enoch, once again, you see another figure begin to coalesce down the hallway. This time it's running towards Hyun.
Oh shit. Hyun, look out! I'm gonna come running. I'm gonna start following the figure I'm seeing, the soldier.
It's coming towards you as well. You're behind Hyun, and it's coming towards both of you.
I'm gonna be like, I know it's gonna go right through me. I'm gonna be like, stop.
It stops right before you, and you could see he's wearing this gas mask, and you can see his eyes through the gas mask, and he's gesturing frantically at you, but you can hear nothing. He's trying to communicate something.
What do you want? Tell me what you want.
He squints at you, and then he suddenly pulls his rifle and backs away from you, aiming his rifle at you.
Whoa. What?
And he looks over his shoulder, and he starts running to the east, and then he's gone. And a second later, Marco, your EM thing goes off again.
Oh, shit.
God damn.
You watch as the soldier runs right past Marco.
Oh, shit, I saw it again. I saw it again.
Enoch, what the fuck are you seeing?
There's something here, and it isn't those douchebags. There's something here. This is not like the other times.
God damn.
I don't know what it is, but it's nothing that it's not. I saw a soldier, like a World War I soldier.
Okay.
Spectral.
All of a sudden, you hear a crashing down the corridor,
Oh
like
shit!
glass shattering.
Down towards the
that?
west?
I'm gonna head towards it then.
is that also towards the direction where I was running?
Yeah, down the west corridor.
Okay, yeah, I'm still going that way.
Yeah,
I
let's
haven't let up.
follow
And
it.
the direction
I've
that
had
the
my
came from.
I've had my backup camera, the camera number 2, whatever it is that I have as the backup. I've had it running this whole time. Like it might go to my side once in a while, but mostly I've had it in ready, so I have footage. I guess Maya is seeing it. Maya, are you seeing anything on any of the footage that I've been filming? Anything weird?
You see everything, Maya.
I see it all. Enoch. What are you getting at? It all looks great,
Did you
babe.
see anything when I was in the hall? We're running towards, I guess we're going towards the sound. We just heard the glass breaking, but I just need to know if you saw anything weird or anything. Did anyone? Ask the chat.
And
Chat's going off,
Hyun, as you're stepping forward, you find a bunch of pieces of broken glass, and for a second, you're like, "Oh, I wonder where this came from." And then you recognize the glass ashtray with the embedded spider. It's shattered. Somebody broke it against the wall,
And it's just right in front of me.
and it's on the floor. Yeah, it's just on the ground.
I think.
Do I still have the one in my pocket?
No,
I start patting myself down. What the fuck?
Peter, did you do that? I know you've been messing with them, which it's funny, but Peter, did you throw that?
I turn around and I say, "What the fuck is going on? Who?"
What are you talking about?
The ashtray you've been messing around with Young.
I can't help but smile.
Guys, this is bullshit. Where did this come from? I got rid of... I don't have to go over... Why do I have to fight all of you while I'm over here dealing with this dick class or whatever that's running around here trying to scare the hell out of us and make our entire program look like crap? Why do this?
Just keeping you on your toes.
And yeah, he just gets mad and he's just like messing his hair up, just like it just walks off into a random direction.
And
Maya, people are laughing about this on the chat live stream. This is gold.
I kind of look at Peter. I'm like, it was kind of funny.
I lifted it out of his pocket when we were at where the babies' heads were.
Yeah.
God damn.
I also tossed the baby head. So, well, he was like, "I don't believe in any of this stuff, and you guys are all evil for trying to bilk the." I told him, knock it off.
You're fucking messed up, Pete. I love it.
How
All
are
right,
you?
we can't leave.
What you pay
we
me
can't leave
for,
Sean,
Marco?
How are you projecting the? How are you projecting the ghost that I'm seeing? The soldiers. How are you doing?
What are you
that?
talking about?
The projections of the World War I soldiers that I've been seeing in the cow. Okay, the cow was kind of funny actually, but the ghost of the cow. How did you do that?
Okay, now you're fucking with me because I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not fucking.
I didn't see any good cow.
I just can't think that those spook posse or who the hell they are, pussy posse. I don't think they could pull this off. It had to be one of us. Because we're
Dude, I have no idea what you're talking about. You're seeing things? Have you been smoking anything, or?
I got rid of it. The cops are going to come here. The Coast Guard or something. I don't want to get caught with it, so I haven't. But
Did you used to do PCP?
no.
Because that stuff will come back even years later.
Yeah, I never even took acid or anything like that, so I don't think I'm like, having a flashback or anything.
I'm not. I swear to God,
just a little
I ain't doing
pat,
anything
so
to you.
Oh,
I was doing it to him because
Really?
he was being a dick. But
really?
how the hell would I do it? I mean,
No.
I'm nobody else is seeing any of these things that you're
I know.
seeing.
None of that's on the cameras, Enoch. None of that's on the cameras.
Not.
Chat. Enoch is.
I'll admit this
being
is getting
possessed.
creepy.
He's seeing
I don't
some
know.
shit. This is awesome.
I don't know. I don't know what Juan saw down the corridor. He went running that way. Said something in a plague mask.
I didn't see it. That I didn't see.
You know what, Enoch? Next time you see something, you tell us when you're seeing it. Don't tell us 10 minutes later.
Maya, you do note that there are more mentions of seeing plague figures in the chat coming up periodically.
Yeah, people in the chat are seeing this plague mask guy. You should go find out if that's one of the
Yeah.
our ghost hunting friends here,
Yeah.
Ghostbusters.
So. Yeah. Let's go. We're gonna catch up Hyun anyway. And then I'll just sort of start marching down the corridor, doing a piece
Right.
of camera. Like, chat. Can you believe that?
Which
Enoch seeing all these ghosts and stuff. This is awesome. Maybe we'll find some demons in here too.
which way are you going to go?
Whichever way Hyun went, which I believe would be further down west.
Further down west, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want to find this plague doctor thing because I want to, even though I wouldn't have a cultural reference because I grew up in an Amish community, but like Scooby-Doo, like went off the mask. And it was you all the time, Pussy Posse, and I kind of want that moment right now just to keep my sanity.
Okay. Yeah, you guys follow the hallway all the way to the end where you reach the terminal ward, which of course once housed people who stood on death's doorstep. There's 20 beds still in the terminal ward, 10 each along the eastern and western walls, and 6 private rooms. Through a door in the south wall, there's the glass-enclosed day room. And through a door to the west, there's a patient bathroom with sinks, toilets, and another rusted metal bathtub.
I've been there before all of them, right?
Yeah, you are there first.
Okay. Is there like anything like littering the ground, like either junk or like a can or any? He's frustrated. I want to pick something up and just throw it against the wall and just like start screaming in here.
Yeah, it's not hard to find rubble. Yeah. Okay, you guys hear a crash and a scream coming down from the far west.
And it goes
not
like,
me.
Stupid fucker! Just like why? And it obviously sounds angry. It does not sound like it sounds very angry.
Found Hyun.
John, are you okay? Yeah, I'm sorry. Like,
Look, dude, I'm sorry. I was just fucking with you. I didn't mean to send you off the deep end.
It's not just the fucking with. It is a lot, but it's not just. Why the fuck do we have to lie so much about this stupid shit? And I'm just like trying to pull it. Like, and why do you have to treat me like this? Like, I mean, I'm here doing my job. I'm here running the tech specs for everything you need. I'm helping run everything. Like, I mean,
come here, give me a hug. I'm sorry. I apologize.
He just stands there. I imagine as you go over there, just hug him, and he's just like stock still, not moving.
They're coming to take us away. Haha, they're coming to take us away.
God. Trying
The
to
look on your face,
crazy in a
though.
mental hospital?
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I won't do it anymore. I swear. Not
Nobody
to you.
here is working with this with the pussy posse, whatever. Are we?
Well, I kind of thought that somebody else was doing what I'm doing, because a lot of that stuff I didn't have anything to do with. I think maybe Karina is she's bananas. Magic wand.
That's the whole yeah. But I'm not lying when I said I saw someone in like a black mask, a cape, and they're running out this way over here.
It's probably the Phantom Posse. They're trying to scare us too.
Maya, you're like, well, let's get this.
Yeah, I know. What's okay? This is all real wholesome. You should kiss and whatever, but we need to get this fucking show on the road, okay?
Let's go find the morgue and the plague
Chat wants to see some fucking scary shit. They don't want to see this wholesome whatever, right? This isn't. It's not a Disney show.
I
don't know. Tears
just go selling your bathwater or something. Just like fuck.
Ooh.
Guys, I'll do you guys a favor. Hyun, you do us a favor. The minute you see something, say something. I promise I'll do it too from now on.
The minute you see something, say something.
Yeah.
That's our new rule.
The second. Yeah.
Congratulations, you guys have found the basic protocol of public transit everywhere.
All right, let's
say it, sort it.
Let's keep going. Let's put our backs into it.
Let's go.
Stay calm and carry on.
We've come to Jesus. It's time for us to go find Satan. Let's go.
Where are you going to head?
Pretty close to morning, I bet.
It's middle of the night. It's probably 2 or 3 a.m.
Yeah. We're going to head deeper into the West Wing, looking for the morgue. That's where we're going to do our big finale. We're really looking for the plague doctor guy. If we can set up the morgue a bit for a bit of a finale show, go explore a bit more around everywhere else, come back and do a big thing, knowing everything about the place. That's the idea, I think, anyway.
Okay. Through the terminal ward, there are stairs leading down, and you can see a sign that's all moldy, but it clearly says morgue.
Let's go.
Okay. You guys descend down the stairs and you find themselves in the actual morgue. And you can see along the wall there's a bunch of those doors, that they put they inter bodies in for temporary storage. And you can see a couple of steel tables, presumably for autopsies and that sort of thing. Several of the doors are hanging open. The black mold is all over the place.
I guess if they're not feeling that claustrophobic, someone could probably hide in one of those. You want to go looking?
Go on, Emma. See what you can do.
What do you want me to do?
Jump in.
Fuck that. This is
Come
your
on.
show.
You're trying to fuck with us. You can jump in the little tray. Be fun.
She
You
looks
do these
disgusted.
ones? You'll be
She's
right.
like, fine. What do you want me to do?
Jump on the tray. We'll slide you in. Close it up. And then all you gotta do is go bang, bang, bang on the ceiling. Be a bit of fun.
Okay. She's like, all right, fine. She opens up a door and she looks in. She's like, oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And she backs up and you can see a couple of feet, bony feet sticking out.
Hell yeah. Chat, get a load of this. We found a dead body in the morgue. I'm gonna pull the tray out.
It's just like another one of those.
Everybody makes sand checks. When you pull the body out, you see just a pile of mold growing over bones. It's, yeah. You're going to lose 1d4 sand.
1d4.
Yeah, this
attacks.
can't be healthy.
Just one in this case.
I lost one.
Too.
I'm going down one at a time.
The hell is this?
Oh, come on. Not another junkie.
They would never have been able to get all the stuff over here. Come on.
She
This
looks
is just
at
a
Marco and she's
dead
like,
body.
screw this and screw you, Marco.
And screw you too, lady. Get in the fucking morgue thing. Get in the drawer.
I'm not doing it. No fucking way.
Be a lot cooler if you did. Old you would have done it. Come on. Jump in.
You could do it yourself.
Nah, get in the morgue. Get in there.
She stands there with her arms crossed, just looking at you like,
Damn, you're fucking boring. There might be some more bodies. I'm gonna start cracking
So
open.
we're just pulling him out.
yeah, no, there's no more bodies. The rest of them are either empty or filled with black weirdness that you don't want to think about.
And does
Was
this
it a
look?
skeleton or a body or...
Sure looks like it was a skeleton, yeah.
Does it look like-
was a body at one point. It's all been eaten away by that black mold. and it's
Jesus,
just,
I don't want to. I was gonna look see if there was a wallet right there, but I don't want to touch it. There wouldn't be a wallet. It'd be naked in there.
No.
It's a morgue.
Yeah, and whatever was in there with it is all eaten away as
Oh
well.
God. The fuck? Why would they just leave a body here? Why wouldn't they clean this place out when they closed it?
I mean, it's a body.
Well, it's good for our content, so I'm glad that they did. Okay, now let's...
Oh yeah, let's see if we can find some autopsy reports, like in their filing cabinets and shit. We're gonna try to look for an office around here.
If they
Yeah,
left a body, they probably left paperwork. Shouldn't be too hard.
yeah. It literally looks like somebody just walked out and locked the place. There are documents, there are papers, there are file cabinets filled with stuff.
Maybe they had to evacuate, and it was just like they just left everything behind. They didn't have time. What would make them do that, though? But was there some kind of disease? Did we walk into something where there's probably some disease just
100 years
hanging
old
out here?
disease, so
Well,
It's probably long
1958.
dead.
It's like
I guess not. Still, it's probably not still alive.
Yeah, there's no chance that anything that
There's mold.
could get you is still like in the air. As long as we're wearing
Oh,
our
have
masks
you-
for the mold, we'll be
I mean,
right.
I've been reading about the permafrost, like defrosting in like Siberia, and they're finding all these bacteria and viruses and diseases that
Yeah, but that's frozen. There's nothing
10,000
frozen here.
I don't
This is probably just the mold's probably dangerous,
Yeah.
but we're not in here for that long. We're not like,
Marco, do you
living
want
here.
to try the mold like you tried the lemon?
No, Marco.
Don't do that.
A
Please.
big, overgrown, slightly rotten lemon is a bit different to a pile of mold.
That's probably true.
Can I go over to one of the random
Yeah, I want to
cabinets
start
and
looking
open
through these like autopsy reports and try and find like patient names, doctor names in particular, because if we can like try and contact one of the doctors, and we can like speak to them and
Okay.
have a cool little
Yeah.
seance.
Yeah, the documents that you find look like they're close to 40 years old. So if there's any doctors still alive, they're probably old by now. But yeah.
Oh no, we want to.
No, I think you meant the dead
HIPAA?
ones.
We want to talk to a dead one.
Get the patient names. The doctors get to go home. The patients die here. They're the ones who
doctors are
still
really
be here,
fucked up
right?
ones. They'll know all the secrets and shit.
Hey,
Try,
Maya,
but
I just thought of something. If we showed this paperwork right here, we're not going to get sued or anything, are we? For, like violation of like a HIPAA or something.
do they have HIPAA laws in
look,
Italy? They must.
It's fine, Hyun.
I want to see Marco summon up the ghost of a dead doctor, and even then he says, "Sorry, there's patient and doctor confidentiality, even in the afterlife." I say we just work our way through this whole place, and
Yeah.
Let's find some cool shit. Bust some doors open.
I mean, what we don't use, the rest can go on to B-roll. We can use it.
Yeah. Sounds good. Oh, there was that fucked up like black soup in one of the sinks, right? We should go like dip something in there and see where like the goop falls off of it and shit. That'd be great.
Yeah. Do you know what amoebic dysentery is? It's the shits for the rest of your life.
God
Stay
damn.
away from
Short,
infected water.
I'm not going to touch it with my bare hands anyway. Emma might.
You know what,
I'll
I
shoot
gotta-
a glance at Emma.
I got a question. If the water hasn't worked in here for all this time, how's that tub full of water? I mean,
What?
even if it was full of water in the 50s, it would have dried up long since.
Stagnant
Actually, that's
water.
a really fucking valid question.
Maybe it's leaking.
Does it rain in here, or
The windows are busted out in a lot of places.
Sure, the
Um,
roof leaks. That probably
I don't know that the pipes even up leaky pipes, but there's no water. So
Do we really
if
want to
you-
focus on plumbing?
it's creepy looking. That's about all you got is a good shot of creepy water.
Do you guys want to wander around a little bit and just?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
Yeah. So you wander down this hallway. You know.
Real
that
quick,
you've
real
gone
quick
down
before you. Real quick.
Mhm.
Stefan, did you mean to show that picture a second ago? Looked like a ghost, but you didn't say anything.
Probably not.
Okay, so I
it
just-
also said, yeah, it said like recording for music as well on there, I think. So I think it was just probably recycling through the music is what I was suspecting.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. It was an accident, so I know that it was an accident.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm seeing ghosts that are showing up that you didn't do.
You might have seen into the future a
It's
little
catching.
bit. We'll see.
It's catching.
Yeah. Yeah. I apologize if
Peter, you're working
if I
with
let
them.
a spoiler go. Yeah. Okay. So, where was I?
Maya, there was chat of the like plague cult of Malomente Island. Did you end up getting anything on that? I forget if we investigated that at all.
Look, this is in the 1970s. It was the book, The Plague Cold of the Island by Giovanni Poliano. Maybe. I can't read my own handwriting. It was censored by the government, and he died in prison a week after his arrest.
What was he arrested
There was
for?
rumors of a wasting disease that killed They were killing people. There was experiments going on, right? The doctors were poisoning their patients intentionally in the 50s. So I guess the implication is maybe there was some of the doctors were up to some devilish rites, perhaps, Marco.
Well, we know Giovanni's dead, right? So why don't we try and contact him with a seance? Like, cause he would know the intricate details about the place. So let's try and get
Hem's
his
like, are
point
you
of view on
serious? You're going to have another seance?
this. With the spectral crew. It's what we do, baby. Let's set up in the morgue. Let's do it.
Okay.
Why
We
not?
haven't looked at the entire facility though yet, have we?
No.
If anybody sees anything, even if you don't think anyone else sees it, just say so.
This place is 3 floors up. I mean, I don't know how many floors down there are.
Yeah, there were 3 floors. Whether the 3rd floor is even navigable at this point is hard to say.
Yeah.
There has to be someone to be up there. I mean, we saw someone walking up there when we first got here.
Plague mask person. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, if one of their crew or whatever can get up and down the stairs, I mean, they might have set a rope or something around here so you can get up there if they're having an issue, or a ladder.
I've got a quick question, something I didn't think about. Are there lots of cobwebs? Is there dust on the floor? Or, I mean, I would expect there to be huge cobwebs everywhere, unless people have been walking through them ahead of us and clearing
Yeah,
out the corridors.
You don't see cobwebs, no. You see a lot of dust on the floor. You see that black mold that's everywhere.
And the mold killed the spiders.
There's a dumb scene in an old movie where the person says, I know that she went this way because I could smell her perfume. And I was like, yeah, well, there's cobwebs from floor to ceiling. If she went that way, how'd she get through the cobwebs? How'd you get?
What's his name? Derek or that dude? I wonder if he wears Axe body spray or something that we can follow
I
him.
don't know,
Sniff him
but
out that way.
If there ain't no
So I didn't bring a
cobwebs,
dog.
then there could be people in here. Are there any paths in the dust on the floor?
Bot, head and check for me.
Say, I've already checked. It didn't work for me.
30.
I wish you the best of luck.
Got a 32 out of 60. I can spend 2 luck to make it a hard.
You want to do that?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. You do note that there are some footprints. They
Okay.
don't look like as recent as the ones that you guys are leaving.
What if there's a crazy cult that lives here, or that still worships what Maya was talking about?
Maybe
Em
really
says
trying to
it's
spin up
probably
the point on
just
this.
Lance.
it could be. Well, I mean, they're older, the prints, right?
Yeah, I don't think they were just made yesterday.
Lance's prints would look like ours and Emily's.
I mean, we've seen like candy bars, we've seen condoms, we've seen a whole bunch of shit around here.
Yeah, but the kids
Could be
come out
anybody.
here to the beach, and if there is some kind of cult, still they probably don't live on the island. They probably come
Why
out
would there
just
be a
like the
cult
kids.
though?
Em
Because
says,
there was a
think
cult
about it.
before.
Wow.
What's more likely, an evil cult or Lance?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess the teenagers. That's the most likely. They come out here. They probably
Yeah.
scare the shit out of each other. Why don't you go and see if you can, how far you can get in there? And I mean, the prints are. I think Lance's prints would look like our prints. These look like they were left a while ago. After Peter showed them to me.
I guess we'll just keep an eye out for anybody that's leaving prints at this point. I mean, the only thing we're looking for so far is this Lance and any other
Well,
people around here.
The prints
He's done-
seem to lead up out of the, up the stairs and back into the ground level.
You know, there
Uh,
could be
does someone-
fugitives out here too. There could be somebody escaping from the law and hiding out here, not want us to know that they're here. Maybe
Oh.
they killed that guy over in the.
It wasn't real. And if that was real, that was just a guy like really good makeup. Come on.
I'll accept
But-
maybe that it was a guy who was on drugs, but when I stuck him with
Yeah.
my knife, he didn't even flinch.
He was,
Okay, they found a junkie and dressed him up. Good for them.
That
Saved them a
could be
couple
the
of bucks.
case.
But besides the point, we are burning time a little bit right here. Do we need to split up and like get like half the crew over here to set up? I don't know, to set up the
I think we should
seance while
split
the
up.
other half
I
keep
think we
looking
should do
around.
the seance.
I mean, we can get more footage for what's going on. It would help out. We only have so much time here.
You said you saw somebody. I don't think we should split up. At least not right now.
You don't think they're trying to hurt us or anything? I mean, maybe they did. They might have tried to collapse that cavern on us. So, I mean, they might have just
I
done it
don't-
out of stupidity if they
There's-
didn't even.
That's what I think. They have no idea. They've been here 24 hours more than we have. If it would have been an accident if they did that. I'm not convinced that it
Even
was
even
that.
if that's not the case, if you wander off and the building falls on you, nobody's going to be able to find you. At
But if the
least
building
not
falls
right
on you, we're all
away.
dead anyway.
Well, it might just hurt you or pin you to the ground or keep you, you could fall through the floor into the basement. And
I'm just worried about the time burning.
Let's just stick together.
Okay.
Are we doing the
I mean-
seance or no?
Yeah, let's do the seance.
Are we going
Okay.
to be doing
I mean,
that for like the
That'll
height of
people love
everything
that.
though? Should we keep walking around and look at other stuff and then come back to it? Or do you want to go now and then, I don't know, try to pick up something else interesting for any stragglers that are still watching?
Marco, what do you want to do?
The original plan was to do a seance in the morgue, scary shit. See what happens, and then survive till morning. I don't know, man. Like
We've still got plenty of hours.
we got
left in the
hours.
dark.
We
Yeah.
got absolute hours to fill, and we.
Yeah, I was going to
we
ask the
just keep-
keeper if I look at my watch or not my watch, but my cell phone or whatever. What time would it be approximately right now?
About
Locally?
3 a.m.
Wow,
Yeah, we've got
We
like
have like 4 hours.
3-4 hours to fill. Yeah.
August, so the sun's going to come up like 5:45.
So yeah, we need to fill the time effectively, but also, I mean, we can't kill too much of it. So I mean, do we need to figure out something else besides
but-
the seance? I mean, we might have promised a second seance, but
And we've done a lot of
Dude.
fucking sitting around and talking. And
We can also
looking-
come
You're
back
right,
tomorrow night and
Marco.
do
You
more.
have done a lot of sitting around and talking.
Like we need to do something interesting right now.
Let's do the
We can do
seance.
the seance. Well, it's still dark.
Yeah. If we
Okay.
seance for the dude who wrote the book, then maybe he can give us some more interesting information.
And I wonder if there's a chapel in here. It was a monastery.
Well, there's the
wasn't
old
it?
monastery that's built onto the back of the barracks, but we chased the plague doctor fella out of the barracks, so we didn't actually go all the way through the east wing.
Bet you the old church would look really creepy
It would.
if we did the seance there. But you want the dead people, so I don't know. Whatever you want. It's Marco's show.
That's where I
Well,
would
it's
do it.
our show. Yeah, it's for
The
everyone.
monastery is super creepy.
Let's do it in the chapel of the monastery, on the altar.
I mean, we got
maybe
Get
we
the
can-
demons mad.
the
maybe
dead-
that could be like our final sign off. Like after we're finished with everything, we go there, I don't know, go over a few things, show over the highlight. I don't know. And
I know we
like,
we
make a
we
little
got
bit
the
of a show
dead
or
body
something.
shot in that there was that somebody left the dead body in the morgue. That's kind of hard to top. Maybe we should do it, the seance in the chapel instead.
Nobody's going to know where we are really. It's so dark and creepy.
Yeah.
Well, let's go back upstairs, and then we'll. I don't know.
We need
like,
the
we haven't
equipment
gone
anyway.
upstairs like in the upper floors at all. I'd love to have a floor plan of some sort. That'd be great. Just to
But we
sort of,
don't
work
have
out
one, so
where things
Well,
are.
just have to
Well,
kind
I
of-
reckon if we find like some administration papers, like the administrator's office was that house that we were in before, but I'm
I know
sure
you're not
like
keen on
surely
the
there is
idea,
some
but-
like piece of information that was there for staff where they could go, yes, we are in this location and work out where shit is. Like,
They probably just knew where they were.
I worked
I
here.
mean, I know
every
you
day.
don't
Not
like
much.
the idea, but we can split up and get more film footage.
We got two
There's
cameras.
dangers involved. I'm not going to stop you, but
If we split up in like 2 teams of like 2 or 3 or something like
Maya gets all of our video feeds, so if one of us falls through the floor or something, then surely she can like let us know what's going on.
that, and that right there would
We've
be
got to do
enough
something.
to fill
we've
the
been sitting around
time,
here
and then
for
we can come
ages.
back and then top the finale.
Yeah, chat people are leaving. People are leaving the stream. You know,
Oh,
we've
right.
got to.
Marco, you make the decision. What do we do? Where do we go?
All right, let's split up. Go upstairs. Go over to the set up the chapel, and we'll fucking just spread out and start doing shit. Because like we need to do stuff now, and I'm just gonna take off up the stairs with the GoPro.
Okay.
Okay. Let's take a 5-minute timeout. I'm gonna
Okay.
fix this glitch, and we'll take a bio break, and we'll
All right. Cool.
roll with the ends.
Cool.
Okay. Hey, we're all alive. I really thought I'd be dead by now.
I know, right?
Still time.
I feel like that when we tip over the edge and we start going downhill, it's going to go downhill very quickly.
I've only got 19 cues so far. Are you changing pictures?
No
You want
spoilers.
that? Yeah. All right.
All right, so we're splitting up and we're going through the hospital. Just go and find some more cool shit. Sean, you're gonna go. Were you gonna go to the chapel, like going through the east wing and stuff?
I'm going to the chapel with you.
Yeah. So
We'll get our good angles and see what it.
Sean,
Okay.
Go.
I'll,
Okay.
I'll go with the
Chapel.
other group because I have the other camera.
So Enoch
Yeah,
and I
so-
will go upstairs into the second or even the third floor, and start looking around in there to see what's going
Okay.
on. I'd like to find the director's office actually, which should probably be on the top floor. So let's go to the top floor first. That'd be
All
fun. Let's do that.
Okay. It's really damaged on the top floor. It's like the second floor is really damaged. The top floor, the sort of the attic floor, is mostly emptied except for some stored linens. The cloth, from the linens is rotted into big tattered piles a long time ago, and there's just like a countless number of holes in the roof. So the floor has been flooded over and over and over throughout, decades of disuse. The southern half of the central roof is almost entirely collapsed. So it's impossible to even go into that part of the building. But you can see through it, the Mediterranean out in the distance. It might actually be a really nice view, except for the, all the junk, the wreckage, and the moldy smell. But it looks like it's on the verge of collapse.
I don't think it's safe, and we don't have time to test the structural integrity of anything. So
I don't see a big plaque that says director's office, so let's go downstairs to the
yeah,
next
it looks
floor
like
and
storage or something.
try there. Yeah.
I do have a quick question. How do we split up in groups? Wasn't it like Marco and Peter were together?
Marco and Peter are in the front. The rest of you guys, I assume, are following behind. But if that's not the case, tell me.
So I as I understood it, it was Enoch and I going upstairs, Peter and Sean going to the east wing to go investigate the monastery.
Okay. So Marco and Peter, you guys went upstairs and you saw the big mess there. And Enoch and Hyun, as you are going down...
Wait, what?
We keep mixing up who's with who.
Yeah.
Enoch and Marco are upstairs.
Enoch,
and
Marco and Enoch, you see the junk and the collapsed ceilings and stuff like that. Peter and Hyun, you guys are going to the east wing. Okay.
Well, Marco,
Right.
this would have been a really nice view for the patients when they were here, when this place was nice. The Mediterranean looks... Kind of wish we were leaving and on it. Looks beautiful tonight.
It's alright. It's gorgeous, but it's not what we're here for. We're here for demons.
Okay. Hyun and Peter. When you guys reach the dormitory, you go through the dormitory this time and into a small hall that leads to looks like a small prayer chapel. And you can see the far wall of the prayer chapel is made from that rough, dark stone that you saw part of the monastery was made from.
Yeah.
So, this wall must have been once part of the original monastery. You can see a couple rows of small benches facing the northern end of the hall where there's a small lectern just a few feet from the wall. And there's a large wrought iron crucifix hanging above the lectern on the wall.
Well, I don't know why churches and monasteries are always the creepiest damn places.
And Peter and Hyun, why don't you make me spot hidden checks, please?
Oh, I'm not looking.
I rolled a 90, so I'm not going to see it.
I rolled an 80.
Okay. Marco and Enoch. After you guys checked out the attic and it looked collapsed and dangerous, what else do you want to look at? Are you going to go join your friends, or are you going to go somewhere else?
I think we're going to go the next floor down and then carry on across. Because I want to find some offices. I want to see some other pieces of documentation. Some stuff that's happened maybe on the island, in general. Because, we have the stuff that's happened in the World Wars and what's going on there. But it's been essentially abandoned, right? It's what's happened? Can I find evidence of, is this fucking plague doctor dude living here? Is he real? Is he a ghost? I don't know. Let's try and find him.
The second floor is in much worse shape than the first floor. The elements have really gotten to things up here. The documents that you find are mostly weather-eaten, you could take a bunch. It's going to take you a while to go through all these documents. There are bunches and bunches of them in the cabinets.
We can skim. Just sort of ain't seeing what's around there, but for the most part it's not going to be, unless we're looking for the dude that wrote the book and then died in captivity. It's not really super helpful for us. I don't think it's worth
Is it patient records?
Yeah, they're like patient records and autopsy
what's his
records.
last name? They got to be in alphabetical order. Maybe we can just pull the names we know, like the guy who wrote the book. And
you guys have library use, or?
I certainly would have at least base library use.
The guy who wrote the book wrote that book 20 years after it was all closed down. I don't think he was a patient there.
Maybe the name, somebody, a relative or something. That's how I knew about it. I don't know. I grew up in Amish country. I have a 20 library use.
I also have 20 libraries.
I don't think we have libraries. We have the Bible. That's the only book you need.
Okay. Anybody get a success? No?
Nope. 75.
Okay. Yeah. No, you don't find any record of the author of that book.
Yeah. Let's just move on. Signs
Enoch.
of life, maybe. Just
Far down on the eastern end of the corridor, you see another ghostly figure. This one is not moving. It's just standing there, staring at you.
Marco, get your EMF out and turn it on now.
got it. It's going.
Look down the corridor. Can you see anything? Because I am seeing a figure. I'm seeing a figure. It's not moving. It looks like it's wearing a hood. It looks like a monk or a.
There is kind of like a blob.
So there's something there. I can see that. What the fuck? What is this?
Give me the EVP. I'm gonna record. He's got his EMF.
Are you getting this? Look at this.
Who are you? What is your name?
I'm getting all of this, babes.
As you're watching, the figure holds its finger up to its lips like this, and then motions for you to follow it.
Let's go.
I'm sorry. Was that like a shh? Because I was on
a little shush and a little.
Yeah, that's what that was supposed to be. Yes. Yes, and a motion
follow
for
me,
you to
Marco.
come towards
Follow
him.
me. And did he turn around and I'm following where it's going?
Yeah, the ghost turns around and begins walking down the steps.
Follow me, Marco, down the steps.
And Hyun and Peter, you guys can hear Marco and Enoch coming from the second floor down the steps towards you.
Somebody's coming. I think that's...
Turn
I
on
guess
your
they're coming. I didn't
EMFs.
find anything, probably.
Turn on
Turn
your
on my
EMF readers.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
guys kind of
EVP
reached a
recording, too.
dead end.
Oh shit! It's a dead end, like a.
Yes, but a moment later, Enoch and Marco come through the ward and seem to be like focused on something. And Enoch, you watch as this ghostly figure, continues into the chapel, right through Hyun and Peter.
Guys, turn on your
And
EMFs.
reaches up towards the cross, and his hands move in a circle. He turns around, looks at you over his shoulder, and then walks through the wall.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Who else saw this?
We don't see this, right?
Guys,
seen it.
the figure I was seeing, it went to the wall, it grabbed the cross, and it turned it, and then it went through the wall.
I'll walk over to the
Thanks.
cross and see how it's
See if it
attached to
turns.
the wall if it turns.
Stefan,
Oh, you're muted, Stefan.
It does turn.
Ooh.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it feels like the whole thing could turn.
Turn it. I think it might be like a secret door or something to the.
All right, I'm
the wall.
making sure that nothing's going to fall on me. And
I'll go and help you in case it's like a
turn
big
it.
cross or something.
I'm taking a step back and I'm just looking, I guess, at the ceiling, the walls, and everything. If it looks like anything's about to collapse or anything, I just want to say something.
Before I go over to help Peter, I just kind of like push the camera into Marco's chest, like film this, and then we go to turn it.
The cross turns, and a big part of the wall literally just swings open.
Oh
Hell
shit!
yeah.
The stone grinds, and it opens out into something that does not belong in a hospital at all.
What the hell?
Holy crap!
This,
Yeah.
It's some sort of shrine, but it is not to any Christian god. There are human skulls covering the walls and ceiling. The room is small but roughly square. In the middle of it, there's a waist-high stone basin crusted with dried blood.
God, this is
Is that
recent.
blood?
I want to walk over to it and see if I recognize any of like the symbols or anything to see if it looks like any religion I might recognize. Like, is this some weird bastardized version of Catholicism?
This you do not recognize. You see images of skeletal figures and monks in robes.
This is blood. This is blood. I don't know if this is real blood, guys. I'm taking a look at it. I'm
And
assuming
Hyun,
it's real.
as you turn around to look at your friends, you see that on the wall next to the door, there's the right next to there's the mummified remains of what appears to have been a monk. Judging by the brown cassock, he's, still the cassock is still sort of clinging to his desiccated flesh. Under his left arm, he's clutching a leather-bound book. And next
Guys,
to
I
his
think
right
there's-
hand, you can see a revolver.
Guys, I think we have something real actually now.
Hell yeah.
And I
Oh, shit.
start getting like the camera set up and the lights, and I start shining over to it.
Yeah,
Like, this actually looks real.
there's a clean
up,
hole
crews?
in the
Check
temple.
this shit out.
Oh, shit.
Nobody's been in here forever.
This is a proper dead
Awesome.
person.
This could be a
This
shrine
is
of the
this is the monk I
plague
saw.
cult.
Look at the
I
book.
saw his ghost.
I'm going to go
Oh,
over
yeah.
and pick up the book.
Grab the book.
Okay.
I
It's
wanna peer
roughly
over
the
his
size
shoulder.
of a large Bible, but instead of a cross on the front or any iconography that you recognize, there's a weird, peculiar symbol fashioned out of silver. It looks like a series of twisted knots bent into the shape of a bluebottle fly. The text is in Latin, and it's heavily illustrated with these weird, graphic and disturbing images that depict ritualistic procedures being done to human bodies, including those of children and infants.
Is there a title page to it?
Mm-hmm. Ioramentum corruptionis.
Is anybody? Hey, Maya, can you bring out Google Translate on this?
Yeah.
Corruptimentus is obviously corruption of some sort.
I don't know. I don't speak Latin.
Well, it's corrupt, so...
There's a small highway to your left leading into another ward that doesn't look like it's part of the hospital, and there are steps leading down to the right.
Go.
A very narrow corridor.
See, this is what happens when you guys actually listen to me. When we split up, look what we found.
Except we found it when we were together.
Well, I mean, started to listen to me first.
The translates to Oath of Corruption.
Oath of corruption. This must be the cult. This must have been the cult.
Actually,
That's what a very direct thing to call your book, huh?
I wonder if they got trapped in here and then they couldn't get out. Because that guy's dead.
Doesn't look like he's got a revolver in his hand.
Looks like he killed himself. For some reason.
Maybe
can
I
when
go
the
over
soldiers
pick up
were
the gun?
invading, but when they stormed.
While you're picking up the gun, is his skull shattered? Did he shoot himself, or
There's a hole in his
There is a
temple.
hole. Yeah, a clean hole that looks like a bullet hole.
so
Yeah,
he killed
I want to pick
himself?
up the gun. Or at least I don't know if it fell over, if it's still in his hand, or...
It's sort of setting next to his hand on the chair.
Is it World War II?
It is it is an 1889 model 10.5 millimeter Bodeo revolver.
89's after the place closed, right?
No, 89. 1889.
1889.
Oh,
This
1880.
This is pre-World
Yeah.
War II.
Holy
Pre-World War One.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is 19th century Queen Victoria times.
So
Anybody here know about guns a little bit better than I do? And I'm just gonna, like, I've got the barrel pointed down, but I'm holding it like this in my hand, so, like, the actual, like, clip and everything's like this, so I can hold it, hand it to whoever wants to look at it.
well, don't fire it. It's probably so filthy it would just explode in your hand. If it fired at all.
I'm gonna say if anyone knows anything about it, I don't know. I mean, it fired. Maybe it can still shoot. I doubt we need it. Anything that's down here is probably dead. And I just motioned my head towards the dead guys, like case in point.
Enoch
Still
has
keep it. It might explode if we try and use it, but we should still keep it. It's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Be a good memento. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Antique.
unload it first. Make sure
If there's a
something that
If
old
anything.
could go off accidentally. Just make sure it's unloaded. Enoch has like base in all firearms, so I guess the Amish don't use guns or libraries.
I've got
I know
base
enough
also.
to point the. I can point the trigger. I can point the trigger. Yes, I said that exactly right. I can point and pull the trigger.
Just put it in your pocket. Make sure it's got no bullets in it. It's a revolver, so
Okay.
just
I
see if
guess
there's.
it's gonna be me. I'm gonna try to open it up and take the bullets out.
Yeah, there's 5 bullets left in a 6-shooter.
Yeah,
Like reverse Russian roulette.
keep the bullets too.
When you break it open and you look down the barrel, can you actually see all the way through it, or is it being like clogged up? Is it like full of like rat
You
nets?
can see through it, but it's definitely got some crud in there.
It's filthy.
If you fire that, you're gonna blow your hand off.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not exactly
Put
what
the-
I'm looking forward to. Just
put
take
the
the
bullets
bullets
in your
out.
pocket.
and-
Sell it on eBay.
Yeah.
So what the
Just
fuck?
pocket it.
They were sacrificing people. There's blood all over that place.
Jesus Christ, sounds like they're sacrificing babies for Christ's sake.
Guys, the donations are rolling in. Keep exploring this
excellent.
place.
Right, we're going. Should we go down that?
Is there? You said there's
It
a way
carries on
out.
further down, right? Let's go.
Yeah.
There are two ways
Well-
out. There's a hallway to your left, and there's stairs leading down to the right in a
Let's
very
go
narrow.
down.
Hell yeah, let's go down.
And while everybody else is doing this, I want to get like my headlamp on, and I just want to talk to Maya. Hey Maya, while we're doing this, is there any way we could do almost like a live feed showing the book that we just got, and you can translate it, and like we got like 2 separate feeds on that, and we can kind of read the book off.
People don't give a shit about the book. Like they care about it, but they don't want to.
Someone just dropped $250 saying it's a spell book.
Look,
I've got the book.
Do something with the book.
The
but-
exploration is far more exciting than this fucking book. Okay, like
Yeah.
let's.
We'll look at the book
Keep
later.
going.
Well, let's see what else is in here, because I mean, this is obviously the ritual room, but let's go down. Let's go down those stairs and see what's there. Marco, do you want me to take the camera back so you can lead us down?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. So you guys descend the stairs, which are only about 3 feet wide. So one at a time down here.
Oh shit!
As you emerge from this narrow passage, you find yourselves in some sort of catacomb that looks like it dates back hundreds of years. Around the walls, there are dozens of shelves cut into the stone. Each one contains some human remains. Many of them are just bones and dust. Some of them look like they might be newer. Looking around, seems like the only exit from here is a 2-foot wide passage on the far wall. It's only about 6 feet high, so it's really kind of cramped and claustrophobic.
We're not seeing a picture.
Well, anyway, we could have an idea of what it looks like. So, holy
That's cool as
hell!
fuck. Let's go get
Oh,
close up
God.
to one of these really bony remains and do
Do you
a
think
piece
this
of
is
camera.
like?
They'll
Where
take
they
like a
were
pan shot
burying-
along.
Do you think this is where they were burying
shit.
monks? This looks very ceremonial.
Yeah, it could be the monastery's resting place. That would make sense.
Where's the rest of their bodies? It's just the skulls.
Sometimes they only keep the skulls because you can stick
Yeah.
them on a shelf.
In some cases, the skulls are all that's left. In some cases, they are entire bodies.
Mhm.
Let's scooch past these. Now we've got gold.
So you-
This is great.
You're working your way into the tunnels, and you turn a corner and then another corner. They feel like a maze cutting through the living rock of the island.
I don't want to go too far without this. I look at guys. I'm just so we can figure out how to get back out of here. I want to like crack a glow stick and just drop it on the ground, like so we
Hey,
can find our way back.
There's only the one way, but yeah. Nice to have some light.
Anything could happen.
And Maya, as they descend into these catacombs, you start noticing the image glitch a little bit. And a couple of their voices, glitch a couple times. It's not terrible, but it's definitely like catches
Hey,
your
just
notice.
make sure that you're recording, guys. We might lose you.
And we're going underground.
Oh yeah.
I'll check everyone's camera to make sure it's still working functioning.
Okay, yeah, everything seems to be functioning. You're still connected to
worst
the
of
net.
worst.
Yeah.
We could always like sell part of this as like a Patreon exclusive or something like that. Some behind the scenes footage of like extra
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
we have.
Do you have
Now
any,
you're thinking like somebody who wants to make some money on this.
I didn't say I didn't want to make money. I just didn't want to. Like, this is odd. Look at this. This is interesting. This is real.
They're going to name a museum after us when they get out here.
They didn't. I'm guessing the Italian government didn't know that this existed when they.
No.
Or-
Yeah, I don't think anybody's been in that chapel for 100 years or more.
Then again, they keep it off all the Google Maps, so maybe they do know. What was in that guy's book? I didn't read it.
It's Latin.
No, not the
Oh.
the one we just found. The guy, the author that went to jail afterwards. The one that did the expose.
I don't
What did
know.
he
Ask
say? They were
Maya.
doing? What did he say they were doing, Maya? Did he talk about some kind of weird cult like this?
Look, it's just he just wrote a book, okay? Like I didn't go read it or anything,
No.
right? I just know,
If
his
we
book's titled "The Plague Cold of the Island." Like it's,
Okay,
it's just
well,
some freaky
we
shit. The
found a
doctors were
pl- we-
experimenting with people with disease, and like,
maybe the doctors were part of this plague cult. Maybe they were. Oh my God.
No, I don't think anybody's been in here since till the 1800s. I think that's when the guy killed himself. Look at how old that gun is.
Yeah, but that blood is not. That's not old blood.
It's
That's
dried.
It's dried. It's recent.
I don't know about that.
I mean, if it doesn't have like a whole bunch of oxygen flow in here, maybe there's a chance it hasn't completely like.
Well, is it red or
completely
brown?
blood.
It looked pretty closer to red than brown, right? Am I right, Stefan? I don't know because I was looking at the picture.
Kind of brown, yeah.
All right.
I mean, it could have preserved a lot of this. I mean, we don't know how old any of this is.
I don't know. Well, the guy was right in his book that there was some kind of plague cult out here. So, and then they wanted to shut him up.
Well,
Let's move on. Let's go down this corridor
Yeah.
and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. The
I-
tunnels. Yeah, go ahead.
breaking glow sticks occasionally, so they're not
Okay.
too terribly far away from each other, but we can find our way back.
Okay. Yeah, you're dropping glow sticks behind you. The tunnels feel like this maze. You pass countless loculi. That's the niches piled with bones and skulls, right?
Yeah.
You can't help but notice occasionally, like, there's trinkets in with the bones, like little valuables, maybe left as final offerings to the dead. Every so often, it seems to open up a bit, but then around the very next corner, it seems to tighten up again. And then there's occasional side passages that go off to the left or the right. This is a very extensive set of tunnels. And Maya, you get a phone call.
Hello?
Hi. Yeah, Maya. It's Jeremy. Jeremy Deaver, your friend?
Oh, what? It's not a good time.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just calling about that Italian book you were asking about.
Oh, okay, yeah, what's up?
Oh, well, I happened to come across a copy. It was in a private collection.
Oh, find anything interesting?
Are you kidding me? I took a look at it. Maya, this is some weird shit, Maya. Are you buying this for yourself?
No, it's just some research for a project. Like,
Well, this is some heavy cult shit, Maya. It goes way back, like to the Romans, maybe even before that.
oh, really?
They worship some god of pestilence. They called it Morbus.
Morbus.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Hey, you're not planning to go there, are you?
No, me, no. No, not myself.
It's good. From there, yeah. This is a cult. Maya.
I can't hear you.
They're worshiping Roman
You're-
sickness called
You're breaking up.
Maya.
I can't
Maya.
hear you. You gotta.
I said
you're
they
breaking up.
sacrifice. Just stay away. Stay away. You there. I'm serious. Killed. You could be Maya.
Yeah. What?
Do we have a bad connection?
We have a terrible connection. I can't hear you.
And the connection just cuts out completely.
Hey, Marco.
Yes, Ma. What's up?
Turns out the people on the island were worshiping some kind of plague god called Morbus.
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 Interesting.
Morbus, morbid, death. Mortis.
Maya?
Morbius,
Suddenly,
like a god of sleep, of like
feed-
eternal sleep, death.
What about the feed?
Stefan, your voice is now quiet. We can't hear you.
Oh God, we're
Hear me now?
isolated.
Yeah.
Better?
Yes.
Okay. So Maya, the feed freezes. And your connection, your audio connection freezes.
Oh, fuck me.
And Marco, you hear
Yep.
Maya's voice through the intercom, through the radio, saying, "Hey, what was that up on the left? Go that way."
On the left. Oh, hey guys, the left is let's check this out. Maya was talking about some like god named Morbus? That's cool as fuck. Hey chat. Apparently the monks down here, they worship a god called Morbus, god of pestilence, of plague and disease. And we can find some offerings to him. Let's keep going. We'll carry on.
I'm gonna hand Juan my glow stick so he has some more to work with, because I have no idea where we are at this.
Yeah, I'm still dropping them, not too terribly far apart. I don't know if we get around like any like bend or anything. I'm definitely leave it right there, and so we'd be able to see it. But
Okay.
I'm working with like 20 or 40 glow sticks right now, so I'm trying to use them sparingly, but enough.
Maya, you're getting only snatches of this as the feed sort of, stutters and glitches and freezes.
I'm losing you.
They don't seem
Make
to
sure-
hear you at all.
Hello, Marco. I'm losing you. The stream. We're losing you.
Yeah, off to the left, Maya. We're going off to the left. We're going.
No, that's.
Yeah.
I said we're losing you.
Left.
So when you guys turn to the left, you see some smooth stone stairs that look different from the area around you, ascending into a large darkened chamber. You follow the stairs up, and you enter into a much, much larger chamber than any you've been to previously.
Oh my god!
It has the style of a Roman-era building. High vaulted ceilings overhead, supported by broad pillars carved with images. As you
This is
look
all-
around,
Shit.
yeah, you see that the carvings on the pillars, they depict macabre scenes. You see skeletal bodies, parts of bodies being dumped into charnel pits. Gigantic worms swallowing men whole. And standing above all of these gruesome scenes, almost as if directing them, are groups of robed men who are depicted worshiping a tall, narrow shape that the eye cannot quite seem to define. The chamber extends left and right for 80 feet almost. The far wall is almost 50 feet in front of you, and an archway is directly ahead. You can see a shaft of dusty moonlight in the chamber beyond.
Holy shit.
Guys, what the hell?
This looks like the stuff we saw when we were in Rome, the Roman stuff. This is really old.
I've only seen stuff like this in textbooks.
I've never seen anything like this.
Nothing in particular like this. I mean, like, and I just want to keep going over. None of this bears any religious resemblance to anything to me. Like, nothing that feels Roman or Greek or anything that's just anything.
The architecture feels Roman. The
Yeah.
religion does not feel familiar at all.
The columns and the arches are definitely Roman.
Does it? Just because it's built Roman, is there any way I can gauge, I guess, how old it is?
Age?
Like, if it looks like it's in a Roman style, it couldn't have been made in like the 16. It couldn't have been made like 1600 years ago, 2000 years ago.
You have any archaeology skill or anything like that?
I have intelligence. Archaeology.
You
I
do
have
note.
one.
You do note that the images seem fairly worn. They
Okay.
do look very old.
So, Juan, do you still think that Dirk and Emily pulled this out of their ass in 24 hours?
No.
Not
This is
this. The
No,
rest
this
of
is-
it,
this
sure,
is
but
real
like
shit.
this is a
Nobody's-
gold mine.
nobody's been in here forever.
These figures that are worshipping the tall, like, long thing. What's the go with them? Like, do they look like the plague doctor thing that the others have seen, or?
They are not wearing plague masks. They're just wearing hooded robes.
Well, this is like basilica style. Let's find out where the altar is. It's got to be in this direction.
Yeah, there definitely is.
I guess
a
keep
room
an eye out
beyond
for
this.
No, this could be the archaeological discovery of the
Guys,
century
we could
or the
actually
decade.
we could actually like be making real film, like real work right here.
Like Carter finding Tutankhamun's tomb, only we're filming it.
This is beyond anything that any of us we need to let the Italian authorities know about this when we get back, because this is quite a find. Yeah, this is not our area of expertise. I think we should just continue doing our ghost show and get out of here. But I don't know what to say. Don't break anything.
Okay. I just occasionally want to reach out and actually like touch the columns and just feel what it looks like, just out of like morbid curiosity. Just
feel
like,
history.
touch it. Yeah.
Feels like maybe nobody's touched these in hundreds of years.
Thousands of years. Who knows?
It's possible. Yeah.
Christ.
This is from the time of Christ. This is wild. No, I feel like I'm trespassing. I mean, that's all we ever
Everything
do.
we do is trespassing.
That's what I mean. But this really feels like trespassing.
No, this is discovery. Like no one's
This-
here guarding it.
Dude, if we find a big old idol with gigantic eyes made out of rubies, I'm taking the fucking rubies.
Dude,
Hell yeah, dude.
Dude, we're gonna end
I
up
won't
in
film it.
Italian
How
prison.
much further along does this temple go? Like, is there another chamber to it, or like what's?
Yeah, there's another chamber beyond.
Dear
Hell
God.
yeah. Let's keep going.
We gotta see what it is. So at least we gotta give this footage though over to like a museum or something when we get back though, because they need to know about this. I mean, after we're done, of course.
For a price, maybe.
Well, probably, but I mean, this is bigger than us. Come on, you got to admit this is bigger than us.
Yeah, but I mean that doesn't mean we can't make a little something off of it, like a name for ourselves.
Yeah, I'm not saying that either, but I mean,
We're the discoverers.
well,
Our
yeah,
names will at least be on a little plaque somewhere in a museum.
yeah, but nobody ever mentions the farmer who broke through his field into an old Roman ruin. They mention the professionals, the professors that study it. They get the credit.
Well, I mean, we are professionals.
sure-
I mean, like, and not only that,
I don't
we're
want
not
the
just
credit,
like
I just
some
want money.
farmer. But we're not just farmers showing up. I mean, we actually have like good recording equipment. We can bring this
Yeah.
out to
Yeah.
like everyone.
On CBS News or, I don't know, 60 Minutes or Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Isn't he the space guy though?
Yeah, he's the space guy, but you know what I mean.
He could probably hook us up with who we need to talk to though on that channel.
All right,
do they
let's
have
go
a
on.
Roman? All right.
Yeah.
Do they have a Roman guy? I know they got the Egyptian guy.
There's history guys on the History Channel.
Yeah.
And when they're not doing the Nazi stuff, then they're doing
Yeah,
other
that's all they
stuff, so-
do. It's like Hitler and stuff.
But have you considered demons? Sorry, demons.
Let's hope there's
Move
not
on.
demons, because if there are, they live here.
Dude, if
Move
there
on to
are
the
some
next
actual
room.
fucking demons in this temple, I'm gonna be so stoked. Let's keep going. There's another chamber apparently. Let's keep going.
All right, let's just keep filming.
Are we still getting their live stream?
The live stream seems to have stopped. altogether.
Ah,
Everything
fuck.
seems like you're frantically struggling with this feed, trying
Jesus
to like, figure
Christ,
out what's wrong with it.
Marco, anyone.
Yeah, no one's
Anyone.
recording right now. Yeah. The rest of you guys.
Well, I
move
think my
into the
audio,
next
you're not getting my
chamber.
audio either there, Peter.
The chamber beyond seems even older than the temple you moved through. It's some sort of carved grotto in the rock, with tapered pillars reaching up towards the arched ceiling above. In the middle of the floor is a 10-foot opening, like a well. And inside, you can, somewhere deep down in, you can hear a kind of a sloshing sound.
Oh God.
Down there, this was like their well, or maybe where they had human sacrifices and threw them into the dark.
Jesus. What
Probably
the?
is a waterway. It's an island out here. Like, I mean, it would make sense if
Enoch.
there's like underground water.
You need fresh water,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Your hand begins to shake.
Oh God, not again.
What's wrong?
And as you look
Enoch?
behind you, you see another ghost walking
guys?
directly towards you.
Guys, turn on your EMF meters. There's a Roman soldier, the ghost of a Roman soldier coming right at me.
Where is he?
Oh.
Point at him.
I'm pointing where he is.
Yeah.
I don't see anything.
Yeah, okay. You guys don't see anything. He walks right up to Enoch, who is Enoch, you're standing kind of at the edge of this pit, you know, with the pit behind you, and the soldier walks right up to you, and you can see him looking at you. And he opens his mouth, and this time you hear his voice, and he says, "Great and terrible Morbus, I come as part of a delegation from Rome. The pox has gripped our city. We fear we've angered you, Morbus, in some unknowable way. Rome offers tribute in the form of sacrifice." And you see him pull up out of nowhere the head of a goat, and he throws it past you into the pit.
Shit, I'm telling the guys.
That you would pray for us to be spared. I offer myself as tribute, so that my family may be spared. And he takes a sword out and slits his throat.
Oh my God.
And falls forward directly through you into the pit. I need you to make a dexterity check.
Oh, shit.
Enoch, are
Come
you having
on.
a fucking seizure?
Oh, that's an 87. Oh crap. Let me just check what my dexterity is.
I've got a hold of him because he's standing
It's-
too close
it's
to the edge.
It's a 50. It's an 87 over 50, but I'm willing to spend the luck. Because when else am I going to spend it?
This would be the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend whatever that is, 87,
So
30,
37.
37 luck. Yeah. Ooh.
Okay, you managed to keep your footing just barely on the edge of the pit. And Peter, you see him stumble, and you grab him by the scruff
Oh,
and pull
crap.
him back.
Jesus. Be careful.
Like, are you having a seizure?
You don't want to fall down there.
I told them the whole story of what I just saw and what I just saw happen and how he went through me and I lost my balance and guys, this is something real. This is real. This is all real.
M, standing in the background, suddenly goes and points up. And you can see, as your eyes go upward, in the center of the ceiling, far up above you, there's a round opening covered with an iron grate through which some moonlight comes down through. And you can see something tied to the grate, like a small rope, and it's dangling there. And as your eyes kind of focus in on it and you shine your flashlights on it, you see that it's a robed figure suspended over the pit by the neck. It has a masked head that you see as like a plague mask, bowed low in the front. You can't see the face entirely, but the hands appear desiccated, as if it's been hanging there for a very, very long time.
Everyone sees that one, right?
Everyone sees this.
Jesus
Holy
Christ.
What the?
Everybody also, and especially you, Enoch, you begin to feel this like cold pull towards the pit, like a current almost, like a river that sort of threatens to sweep you in.
Get away from the pit.
And then there's this voice that seems to come from all around.
More. I want more. More bodies to infect. More to consume. I will infect it all. So close now. I am almost there. Just one more. Bring me one more.
And you
Holy
guys,
shit, guys.
You want to run, but you're feeling this nearly overwhelming compulsion to step forward into the pit. And between the two of them, you're just frozen there.
Get away from the pit. Get back up.
Bring me more.
I'm over there screaming at the girl we found. Where's Lance? Why is he doing this? Tell him to stop.
Yeah, M suddenly screams and she's continuing to look up at the monk that's hanging there. And you can see the monk actually begins thrashing around like it's coming back to life. And then there's this sickening crack, and you see it falls into two pieces, and you see both of them fall down into the pit.
I'm still screaming at her. Why? You already knew about this? You already have someone in here? Where is he? And I'm just screaming. I've actually got my hands on her shoulder and I'm shaking her. Where the hell is he?
I don't know. I don't know. Everything becomes very silent for a few seconds. And somewhere in the distance down below you, you hear a kind of a thud or a crunch that sounds like maybe bones hitting mud. And then the floor begins to shake and buckle.
Fuck, it's an earthquake.
Rumble. And the gurgling coming from the pit begins to intensify. And then cracks start to radiate outward across the floor from the pit. And the ground begins rupturing in places. And through the ruptures, you begin to see fleshy hands reaching out, grasping from the moist floor beneath you. Parts of corpses and entire corpses begin pulling themselves loose from the desecrated earth. They begin crawling, dragging themselves towards the pit. You can see all the tunnels that lead towards you are filling up with bodies. There's no way out at this point, even if you wanted to get out. They're so full, and they're all moving towards you to the pit. They're pushing their way past you. Some of them are tumbling into the pits. They're dressed in clothing from all kinds of time periods. You see Nazi uniforms, Italians, British, American soldiers. There's monks in rotten brown cowls. There's priests in decayed cassocks and slaves in rusted chains, and even Roman legionaries. And they're all chanting. They're opening their mouths and closing their mouths as if they're chanting some word.
Hostelic. 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 Yes. Hostelic. I am here to spread my filth into your world. I will infect it all. I will infect everything. I will spread everywhere. I will consume it all.
And that's when the smell hits you. You guys begin to retch as the bodies begin throwing themselves in the pit, and you can hear these slurping splashes.
Time to go.
Behind you, you can hear the sound of crackling, snapping, and shuffling as the desiccated corpses emerge from the catacombs. You don't have any idea where you would go.
There's
And then
the way we
the
came
earth
in, it's
begins shuddering again. And this time, a crack runs up the wall and tears open behind the pit, all the way to the ceiling. The dome itself collapses inwards, creating a rough, sloping passageway up through the rubble. You could see above you a diseased lemon tree One of them falls through the rift along with the rubble, lands with a bunch of loud cracks among the rocks and dirt. It falls against the slope, wedging itself between the floor and the ceiling. There's a gust of wind that brings a sickly sweet odor of rotten fruit and a hint of salty air. Looking up the slope, you can see the lemon grove and the night sky above it. It looks a little dicey, but you might actually be able to scramble your way up.
We gotta take
Guys,
a chance. Let's go.
Yeah.
let's go. It's
Yeah,
our only way out.
I forgot her name. What was her name?
Emma?
The one from
M.
Yes,
Emily.
as I was screaming at her and everything and all the shaking everything, I kind of just throw her down and start running.
You throw her down.
Me too.
I throw her down, like out of the
Not
way.
in the pit,
And
though.
just start.
He's like, "You asshole!" And that's the last thing you hear as
No,
as
I
you
don't
see
throw her down the
zombies, like-
hole. I just like throw her down to the ground.
Yeah, the zombies just begin trampling her. And you guys start making your way up the slope. Now, as you're struggling to take all of this in, there is a sudden third rumble. And you look in horror as this huge, blackened, insect-like leg reaches out of the pit. It's covered in these vicious barbs. They help it find purchase as 5 more legs begin emerging around the pit's crumbling lip. The weird, vile abomination that heaves itself out a moment later. It resembles this weird, giant viral bacteriophage that reaches almost up to the vaulted ceiling, or what's left of it. It's grayish white. Looks like it's composed of some kind of infected flesh that's forming itself into some horrific avatar. The translucent corpse gray membranous skin bulges, and you can see faces that look like they're screaming, shifting, and writhing inside of it. The head, if you could call it a head, is this weird bruise-colored mass shape that vaguely resembles an icosahedron. It's covered in these inky, pulsating cysts, and it lets out this weird chitter that causes dust and soil to fall from above. All of you guys need to be making sand checks at this point, and these are important. The bodies of the fallen, after a moment, they pause almost in this abeyance of wonder at the sight before them. Then they begin suddenly hurling themselves towards this weird, blasphemous thing, and you can see as they get absorbed into the mass, the outer membrane rips and seethes as it grows. The massive bulk starts smacking against the ceiling as it becomes larger and larger, and the roof begins cracking some more, and stones rain down into the chamber. Fortunately, whatever it is that's emerging from the pit has not noticed you so far. So, who made their sand checks and who did not?
I got an
Yes.
Made it.
extreme. I got an 01. I am getting out.
If you made it, you get 2 sand loss. Who failed?
Did everyone pass?
I passed.
Everybody passed?
I got a 19.
I got a 13.
34.
I guess part of us is still believing that it's just fake.
And I was going to
It's
say, I kind of,
self-preservation. It's time to get out.
Yeah, you guys are getting out. And you hear this roar of this thing behind you. As you're climbing out, you unexpectedly start to hear a helicopter above you. And you look up and you see a searchlight shining down.
Jail's
I'm
better than getting in by that
I'm just
fucking
going to
thing.
start waving.
Yeah.
Like, we're here. We're here.
Using the flashlight to like do a beam back and forth at it.
Run to the dock!
You heard the man. Let's
Run
run.
to the dock!
Let's run.
Sounds good.
We're in.
Start running.
Okay. This thing, as you run, you can feel it and hear it behind you continuing to grow. It's towering over everything now. The form is colossal, several stories in height. It just keeps absorbing biomass. The grotesque head is encircled by this weird, profane halo of flies, which are everywhere around you guys. You can now see everywhere on the island. You could see this thing. It's so large.
Holy shit.
It's like a huge, looks like a virus.
What the fuck? Just go.
Yeah.
And I'm just
It's like some kind of
Book it.
bizarre virus kaiju thing that just keeps growing. And then you hear a very loud sound coming at you. And you see a dart-shaped thing fly overhead. And Hyun, you begin getting some radio chatter all of a sudden through your radio transmitter. You can hear a bunch of chatter.
Hi, what do I hear?
Who am I speaking to?
This is Hyun. I work with...
Hyun! This is Colonel William Levi.
forgot.
I need you to listen to me very, very
Yes.
closely. You are trespassing on a restricted government military facility. There is a biological contaminant on that island that must not be released. You will leave that island immediately and remand yourself into custody. You have breached containment of an infectious and potentially lethal organism, and as a result, I have had to authorize a contingency plan to destroy said organism. You have exactly 17 minutes before we drop a thermobaric charge on that island, which will incinerate every godforsaken thing on it without exception. You understand me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. To the dock. Yes, I'm headed there.
Hyun,
Mike,
you have
everyone-
16
yeah, we're
minutes
head-
and 50 seconds. I recommend you run and you do not look
I'm running.
back.
Run.
I am running. I am screaming at everybody, run!
Okay, yeah. You guys are running towards this thing.
Maya, Maya, are you getting this?
Overjet.
Has the feed come back?
Flies over again. Yeah, the feed comes back, and you can see everything shaking as everybody's running and yelling and
Whoa,
screaming.
whoa,
and
whoa,
you're hearing
slow
your
down.
name, Maya, Maya.
We can't
Yeah.
see anything. You gotta slow down.
They're going to
We lost you there for a
firebomb the
while.
island. They're going to
Maya, they're
firebomb the
bombing the
island.
island. We
Like,
need
what
to
the
leave
fuck?
now.
We gotta go!
What the fuck are any of you talking about? What do you mean?
I'll turn
Don't
around and
fucking
make sure
listen to her.
that
Go!
I'm filming it as I'm running backwards for a second.
Yeah.
I
You
think
guys
I
reach this
do that
dock,
a little-
and at the dock, you can see there are actually two boats. In front of one boat are standing two guys in these giant hazmat uniforms, complete with breathers and all that stuff. The other boat is filled with guys with guns who are also wearing gas masks, but military-style gas masks. And they're all waving at you to come towards the boats.
Oh, I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'm going.
Okay. You guys get on the boats and start boating away as fast as they will carry you. And you begin hearing this buzzing, and you see a plane overhead that looks like a bomber. It circles around the island, and then something drops out of the bottom of it on a small parachute. Very large object that sort of drifts down towards the top of the kaiju. A moment later, you can see it. You hear and feel the entire island covered with an explosion and flame. And then again, another one.
Jesus Christ.
Shit. Like, what's happening on the boat? Are they still pointing
I'm
guns at us?
filming
and-
it so that we can see it.
They're
You
gonna
guys
say-
end up on the boat
so-
with the two guys in the hazmat suits, and you're being followed by the boat with the guys with the guns.
If we're filming, is our stuff being broadcast?
I'm sending it to Maya.
or is it
My-
is it still live broadcast, or is it just us filming on cameras? That's something they'll confiscate from us
Yeah,
later.
I'm
Is it
starting to think
actually getting out
I'm
there?
starting to think I don't know any of you people actually.
You see, like as they're speeding away from the island and they're aiming the cameras back, you can see some shape that you briefly see some shape, giant shape hovering over the island, and then boom, everything explodes into flames, and the camera starts shaking from the shock, and it's just smoke and flame everywhere.
So,
I gotta
maybe
make sure
we.
this transmits. It's got to be transmitted. And
I'm
copied.
screaming, what the fuck was that? And I'm just holding on to and I'm questioning every single person in a hazmat suit I can. And at this point, I think I'm even accidentally so stressed. I'm slipping from English to Korean to back and forth again. It's just coming out. I'm screaming, what the hell? What is going on? And it's just coming out like a jumble.
Well,
take you to-
with that special effects budget, maybe we should defect over to Pussy Posse.
No, we're going to be famous.
That's not them. Anyway, they're dead now, so
we got actual footage of something supernatural.
yeah, dude.
Guys, we're not dead.
We made it.
We made it out.
We're
Holy shit.
victorious.
Aren't these guys pointing guns at us?
Yeah, they're not going to shoot us.
We'll get out of jail eventually. He'll be fine.
Especially
And
if
with all the
Maya
money
puts
we'll
that
make from
footage out
selling
there. So
this?
They take you to an Italian Coast Guard cutter. And when they load you on the back, the military guys depart, and everybody on the deck is wearing hazmat suits, and they just begin spraying you with some kind of weird foamy liquid.
Wow, man. Ooh.
Yeah. And they start brushing you down with these bristle brushes, and they're shouting at you to take your clothes off, and
you're going to be in
it's
quarantine for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. They put you in quarantine.
Could you warm the water up a little?
Yeah. They're not concerned with your comfort.
Prison showers. Yay.
Yeah. So, this is the end of the scenario. And I'm going to give each of you guys an opportunity to tell me how you think the story ends for your characters. Think about how you might want your story, or how the story of your character might proceed from here, and how the experiences that you just went through might affect you and in the future. And tell me what impact this has on you. And let's start with Hyun.
Well, I'm trying to imagine what's happening right now with with everything that's happened. I think at this point, he's believed as. I think he kind of gives up on the idea of dealing with most things in America. I think he goes back home to Korea with his family. I think he leaves, and he's looking for anything that's the closest ground, most real relating thing he can do, and that's back to his family. He tried so hard to make it on his own and to do everything, and he's at this point just questioning everything of maybe there are things out there you can't explain. Not only that, the government knows about it. Not only the government, maybe the whole world knows about it, and we're just pawns being played with and not cared about. We mean nothing. And his way of dealing with it is to go back home and pretty much become very recluse with his family and never leave, I imagine.
Yeah. Okay. Peter.
I get in big trouble with the producers of a show because when the interviewer starts to accuse me of making the whole fucking thing up, I punch him in the face and get arrested. I was there. Do you understand? I saw it. I don't care if the footage got damaged or was taken away from us. it was
Nobody wants
real,
to
and
believe you.
I punched him. I was beating him, and they dragged me away and throw me in jail.
Okay. Enoch.
I think
Joe, how about Enoch?
Yeah, Enoch, I think, all his life he's been struggling with this ability he had to see the dead, and he's been scared of it and horrified, but it was never anything like this. So I think it kind of gives him a new perspective on this gift that he has. It was so horrific on the island that what he was dealing with previously was really nothing. So I think he's kind of done with he's done with the just drifting, trying to escape from this. I think he wants to go back home, see his family again, and return to the Amish community he came from, but more at peace with himself, I think, because he knows he can deal with this now. Nothing will ever be like that again.
Yeah, yeah. How about Maya?
Well, some certain authorities from an organization called Pisces stopped by Maya's flat, and after a very prolonged conversation, Maya destroyed all the footage and hasn't been seen since.
Boy, Marco and Peter have got to be pissed about that. Yeah, speaking of him, let's finish with Marco.
Marco learns absolutely nothing from this experience other than the fact that he can do anything, he can survive anything, and he is destined for greatness. And you know what? 2020 is going to be his year.
Well done. Thank you, guys. That was wonderful.
That was really awesome.
That was really cool. Yeah.
I thought we
Did
were all
we
gonna
miss
die.
anything?
Did you miss anything? Nothing important, I would say. I mean, in my mind, I think you hit all the important things. Yeah, there were some small things that you guys chose not to really explore. And I gave you a lot of the lore at the beginning, so we didn't spend a lot of time, researching that in Pearl. I kind of wanted to jump into the action. So.
Good.
No,
Very
I wouldn't say you
atmospheric.
missed it.
Wow, that was awesome.
I'm surprised no one went insane and
Yeah, me too.
I know. I thought Enoch was going to go over the edge, like literally too.
I kept
That
last
imagining that
hand
maybe
check.
we had constantly been talking ourselves into not believing these silly things, that we didn't really believe them completely.
Well, I wanted it to be a whole explosive thing, like where he was just probably gonna go crazy and start. I was kind of thinking he was gonna go crazy and eventually maybe start a fight with someone at this point, or just become aggressive because his whole worldview were challenged. The closest thing he did was just killing an innocent bystander, so no big deal.
Oh, that was a good scene, man. That was really...
That's right. You left Emily on the island.
Yeah, it was all her fault. Everything, like they planned everything. They are the ones who made us come. Like in his mind, it was all her fault. He just threw her and left her.
Yeah, Hyun is the dangerous kind of asshole who thinks that he's a good person, right? Marco's just an asshole. Full stop. Hyun.
What happened to Lance?
I think he got nuked.
Okay. So the true story is Emily and Lance actually came a week or two ago, and Emily got infected by the taint of Hostilic, and she actually threw Lance into the pit. She doesn't really remember. She doesn't remember it anymore. She would have done the same to you guys. So don't feel too bad.
Yeah, good. Leave the bitch behind.
Ooh, I did a good thing.
Yay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you for running that. That was really cool.
Thank you,
It's
Steph.
really awesome.
I'm
That
glad
was
to have a
really
chance to
cool.
run it for you. It was really fun to play with you guys.
Our players included Morgan Llewellyn, Dakota Poole, Riley Kruger, Joe Bardellis, and myself with Stefan Amshey as the Keeper of Arcane Lore. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members, you can set up private games, and you can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Spotify, Podbean, or iTunes. Support for the show is provided by our patrons who are listed in the closing credits. If you'd like to show us your appreciation, please visit our Patreon page, or you can use the thanks button just below the screen. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answer any questions you might have. This is Thom Raley, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck and good gaming.